What's good, people? What's good with you people? Louthewritersports back with you once again. Hope everybody taking care of themselves, staying safe, and basically living their lives. All right. With all the off-season moves being made by the Lakers, the Nets, and other NBA teams, it makes you kind of wonder who has the most pressure to go out there and win the NBA title next year. Is it Kevin Durant or LeBron James? Now, LeBron really wants to get that fifth ring so he can cover Bryant in victories. Where KD, who just came off winning a Olympic gold medal and signed a new contract consistent with the Brooklyn Nets, is being more pressure to deliver a championship for Brooklyn now. Because one, he kind of did him and Kyrie came together so they can form the team that they on right now. Because if you forget, they've been talking about teaming up, playing together. Now you got James Harden over there, and I don't know how much influence Kyrie and KD had trying to get James Harden over there. He's over there too, and he should be feeling a whole lot of pressure on winning the championship. Where now you got Russell Westbrook playing with LeBron James, trying to prove that LeBron can help somebody who's a head case when it comes to the playoffs, that he can win a championship with Russ with no problem. And you still got Anthony Davis over there, who's been injury prone, but he does have an NBA title. So makes you kind of wonder who got the most pressure. I'm gonna have to say it's Kevin Durant because one, KD, you form a super team with James Harden and Kyrie Irving. Now it's up to you to bring that championship to the organization. LeBron, yeah, he's feeling more pressure, but he still does got 4 championship rings, and and the way people still see it, people still see LeBron as the best player in the NBA and probably in the world. How much pressure does he has to probably win that fifth ring? What's good, Jacob? Now next year, a whole lot of teams are coming after the Nets and the Lakers because they now since they have made these offseason moves, both those teams put a target on their back. All these other teams are not going down without a fight. Not Dallas, not New Orleans, not Chicago, Boston, Golden State, even though they are missing a couple guys. But I like to know what y'all think. Who got the most pressure to win championship next year? Is it Kevin Durant or LeBron James? Who's gonna be the most pressure? And plus, people are expecting Kevin Durant to have next season to have an MVP type of performance. They expect him to be a top 3 in the MVP race next year. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this link in the chat room if y'all want to come up and talk about this. I think so too, Jacob. I think KD got the most pressure because he formed that because he formed that team with Kyrie Irving and James Harden. They more younger than the Lakers. So what's the issue? How come y'all can't get it done? Like y'all supposed to be the best team in the East, but this year you had Giannis and them beat y'all in the playoffs in the second round. And I don't want her.
Yo,
What up, Jacob?
what up, Lou? What up, Lou?
So what you got on this?
I mean, basically, in my opinion, I feel like the pressure is on Kevin Durant because what's really been stacked against them. I think a lot of the media is, the angle that they're coming at Kevin Durant. His skill. They'll, kind of like half giving him credit. And just everything that comes with the riffraff of the media, stuff like that. Not really giving him his credit as known as one of the best players in the world. So, sorry, Luke. Looks like some sort of emergency on the freeway. I hope I ain't in the way. Damn, sure can't see what's going on.
But you gotta admit,
wow.
Brooklyn is the more younger team than the Lakers right now. And Brooklyn, KD, Kyrie, and James Harden are more young, are more younger than Westbrook and LeBron. And Anthony Davis, he probably still in his prime right now, but he does suffer a whole lot of injuries. And when AD is playing, he's a hard man to stop when he's good and healthy. So right now, they have the advantage with AD because there ain't no big man on Brooklyn Nets team right now who can stop AD. But Kevin Durant can be playing like he does have to step up in these games now on. He can't be playing. I understand you got Kyrie, you got James Harden, but last year you showed that you can step up and take over a game. And if you would have did that sooner in that Milwaukee series, maybe y'all would have won that series and went to the NBA Finals.
Yeah. True that.
And they expecting KD to play like an MVP next year.
Right. Right. Yeah, man. I think the deal is this, man. Kevin Durant has a lot. But like this, for Kevin Durant to be known as the best player in the world, I think he needs more. I think he needs more accolades to really solidify that. Say best player in the world. For a lot of people, Michael Jordan is still the best player in the world. See, Michael Jordan was just a scorer. He was a winner when it counted the most. When it mattered, cut, slice it away, Mike was the man. Everybody wanted to be like Mike. Feel what I'm saying?
That's what drives the players today.
So all I'm saying is, what the fuck is this? I need to find out about this goddamn job. What the hell they hiring for?
That's kind of what drives the players today. Jacob, they want to be better than Mike. They want to win more championships than Mike.
Well, if you want to look, let's ask this question: did Michael Jordan have it easy? Yes or no?
Not really. Not when he first got in the league, but when he
No, he
started.
never. He never had it easy. Michael Jordan never had it easy. You want to know why? Michael Jordan never had it easy because
Right.
it's a mind game. It starts within your head. Have you ever heard think before you speak?
Yeah.
So if you don't think you're the best, you're really not the best. That's just a matter of opinion. But if you're an undefeated boxer and you think you're the best in the game, you're entitled to think that because that person is thinking that. Michael Jordan saw himself as a winner. You have to think of that first. Michael Jordan didn't think that had a mentality. That's why I say Michael Jordan's will to win, the will, the desire. That's the reason why Michael Jordan has 6 NBA championships and could have had probably more if time would have permitted itself. But if you ain't got the will, you ain't got shit.
What up, Shirley
You know
Leon?
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel.
So,
What up, Shirley?
What
What up,
up?
Shirley?
What up?
Who you
what
think
up?
got more? Who you think got more person
That's
this
young.
year?
Hmm?
Who you think got more person this year? Kevin Durant or LeBron James to win the championship next year?
Both of them. When I say both of them, it's like you gotta look at different sides of it. Because for Braun, you know, the more pressure of him is, this is this is your last chance to get out of championship. Because look at the piece you got. Because you're 36. Because you're 36, you're getting older. You're not getting no more younger, and you have these guys with you. Now the pressure's on him that can you get a championship from that team? And for KD, the pressure is now because they just lost to the Bucks and they lost to the Bucks. It's like, okay, the pressure's on him. Like, damn, he lost to the Bucks and he's not the same anymore. And the pressure now is, can he fix all those issues that he had with the Bucks? Him and his team is not just him. Him and the team is, and fix those problems so they can key to get to the championship. You know, because now the competition. Now you have Now you have the Bucks, also Philly, Atlanta, them guys. So that's the real pressure on him. And for LeBron, the pressure now is just that having these super teams. Like I said, having these super teams now. Can he win one with them? So that's why I feel like the pressure's around both.
No, I think the main question gonna ask: Can you win? Can you win with Russell Westbrook? Ain't about the super team. It's about him and
It
Westbrook.
is like it's not only just Westbrook. You gotta forget Melo's there, and AD. So it's evolved. It's
But
evolved around.
everybody's expecting,
It's around like four of them. So can you
but
win?
everybody's expecting Westbrook can fall on his face once again.
Yeah,
Like,
Westbrook got the most. They all had. Yeah, Westbrook got the most pressure. The person that doesn't have the most pressure is Melo. Melo don't have that pressure on him. The pressure's on this. The only pressure's on is AD, Braun, and Russell. Because Russell thing is, can you fit? How can you fit with LeBron and them? Can you fit well with them that can help you win the championship? And for AD is this, can you be healthy in the playoff? And for Braun is, can you win one? Can you win one with Westbrook? Because and it's a make or break for him. Like, this is your last chance to get to the championship.
salute Polo, salute Tyree Love, salute Darius. Like you don't think KD got more person all them though because KD he came to Brooklyn and win championship. He signed that Simpson. He's gonna finish his career as
I
the
don't feel
Brooklyn Nets.
like I don't feel like he got the most pressure because you see what the Lakers just did. Lakers did. So that's why I feel like LeBron got the most pressure. Only KD pressure is how can you overcome teams like Brooklyn, teams like Milwaukee and them? How can you overcome them now? It's team, not just
Think
team.
about Sterling. You
Yeah,
do got James Harden. You got James Harden,
yeah. It's team. Yeah,
LeBron.
this team. Yeah.
LeBron got Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
Who KD got James Harden. Now you know both those guys got to feel the pressure now because
Yeah.
whoever which one ever win first, they gonna probably get off his ass, get off his back.
Yeah. Yeah, if he beat the Bucks to the playoff, that's to get off his back. That get the monkey off his back. Like, okay, cool.
No, winning that championship will get the monkey off his back.
No, he has to because that they're gonna be on his ass on that. It's bad if Giannis beat him again in that playoff. They'll be on his ass again. Like, oh, he can't win it. He can't even beat Giannis. That's how the logic is gonna be right there. Like he can't even beat Giannis. So that's why I feel like he had to overcome that because that's what's in his way.
Y'all know Brooklyn is working on assistance, working on giving Kyrie and James Harden more money before the season starts. Now, you think that would be a mistake right now, or they should wait till after the season's over?
No, I say do that now because those are your top. That's probably 1 out of 3 perennial players on your team. So you want to solidify them. Lock them up. I think you secure them. Hey, we're confident in our 3 big guys. Confident in our team. Either one of them is a good leader when it comes to good floor generals on the floor. So you definitely want to have both of them mainly secured financially, no question. I mean, why tamper? Why wait? If there's more money on the back end, then I can understand that. And I think Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving would know that. Off the top of their head. You know what I'm saying? Being in a situation, when you sign a huge lucrative deal, especially something that's going to extend you over to probably like the next 4, 5, somewhat maybe half of what Kawhi got, if not somewhat close to it, So, y'all gotta look at something, man. Y'all gotta think about something. The Lakers have more experience with the team that they got. When you got more experience, it makes a big difference. Thank you. You too. The Lakers have way more experience because you got LeBron, AD, Melo, Westbrook, Melo, Westbrook, and who else they got? Who else the Lakers?
AD, Melo, Westbrook, Dwight Howard.
They have the most experience. The Lakers is a dangerous team. They will be the dangerous team in the West. If you do not beat the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round, I'm just gonna keep it at 100%. It's over because there's too much experience.
Hey, y'all, Polo said something. The Lakers winning will not be good for the NBA.
Oh, no, good.
What y'all think?
Sorry. No, I played against them. I didn't play with them. I played against them.
No, Polo just said the Lakers winning will not be good.
No, Terry just asked me a question. He used to play basketball. I said, no, I play against them at Frankfurt. No. But you said experience, I totally agree. I feel like no, Melo didn't have experience in the finals.
He may not have had an experience
in the finals.
He may not have had experience in the finals.
Yeah, but in the playoffs.
When you add up, listen, we're gonna add up the total. We're gonna go player for player. If we're gonna go player for player, we're talking about years experience playing with playoffs. Whether you got a championship or not, the Lakers have the most experience. You see what I'm saying?
Are you talking about as a team or as an organization?
Where I'm saying, I feel like they got the slight edge over Brooklyn just based off of that, based off of what they got. I ain't saying they better. I ain't saying that they, just skillfully better or anything like that. If you see where I'm coming from, I'm just basically saying that I feel like the Lakers have the most experience because, like I said, the only difference is that not Kawhi, you said Kawhi, Durant and what's his name?
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving both have been to the finals, and both of them are champions, right? Well, Dwight Howard's a champion, AD's a champion, LeBron's a champion. You know what I'm saying? So, with three players who've had some championship experience, you only really got technically two that have championship experience. But with the other players that have veteran experience and some playoff experience, you know what I'm saying? The Lakers have the more experienced team, technically overall. The only difference is they may be slightly older if we're gonna, we divide them, do age wise. You gotta think about that. Everybody on Brooklyn ain't been to the finals besides Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and whoever else that maybe played from another team. But we're talking about
James Harden been to the finals one time in his career, though.
He been to the West Conference Finals. Okay, so
no, he been to the NBA finals. Remember when they all playing the OKC? They played Miami in the finals.
Right. He does have that too. Okay, so so the only reason why I'm giving the Lakers the edge just because if you look at all of those players that the Lakers have acquired, they're all starters. You know what I'm saying? And they all were, you talking about former All-Stars, you got some Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, and you got Hall of Famers too on Brooklyn team. So it's, maybe they maybe just, I give the Lakers a slight edge, not unanimously. I ain't gonna give them unanimous.
Okay.
If that, I'm just being fair. That's fair.
Guys,
If I'm being fair.
Let me ask you this: if the Lakers don't make it to the finals, would that season be a failure?
I say yes and no because that's an older seasoned team. You see what I'm saying? That's not a young Lakers team that technically, we're playing 2 or 3 years together. Now, if that was a Lakers team about 3 or 4 years ago, easily LeBron has 7 world championships. LaMelo's, I mean, not LaMelo, but Melo is the champion. Westbrook is the champion. They would be way too deep not to compete for a championship unless they body just flat out they could not stay healthy, consistent enough, and say the time that they play together. If they play 5 years together, right? Let's say they play 5 years together, right? And they managed to get
really,
one or
Jacob.
two championships.
If they don't make to the finals, it is gonna be a failure.
How's it going? Okay, let me ask you a question. Did we or did we not have more players on our championship team that was at least 32, 33 years of age or older? John Marion was old, considered old. Shit, who else? Jason Kidd, he was considered old. I mean, the chemistry what we had just worked. You know, worked together. Was working together for what we got. You feel what I'm saying? That's not a young Lakers team, man. That's like Carl Lewis. That's like Carl Lewis running against a Usain Bolt. Damn, niggas running the light like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just think about it. If he loses to a Usain Bolt, is his Olympic career over with? If he already ran in 2 or 3 career Olympics before, and then he run against a younger boy, you know what I'm saying? Hungry, fast line, just like him. His career, I mean, you got to think about it. He's been in the sport. He been in the sport for a long time. Them guys been playing in the sport for a long time. Some of them have had a better successful career than others. Some of them haven't. You know, Westbrook, be the first opportunity for him to finally put it like this: a championship will complement his legacy. You know what I'm saying? You know, a championship will complement Carmelo's legacy. I mean, look, it's the least amount of time you got to really do anything about a title. The sand glass is ticking. You know what that means, right? When the sand glass turn over, you ain't got much time. Time winding down. That means that guess what? If it was full and it's starting to get a little light, what that mean? Man, you ain't got much time to be playing. You ain't gonna be able to do this for a whole nother year or a whole nother season. See what I'm saying? So this is the perfect time for the Lakers to make what's best for what they got and go on and like I said, with the energy that they still got, if they can manage to be healthy enough somewhat, you know what I'm saying? Won't be easy to do. It's possible for them to win a championship. I ain't guaranteeing that they is, but I'm just saying they got a damn good chance. We don't know how that chemistry gonna work out between all of them. You know, it's just a lot of questions you gotta answer because you think of names, you go, ooh, that's nice. I mean, that's nice, but you also gotta add up, you know how those guys gonna be able to play against each other. I mean, play with each other. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're gonna do okay. I think they're gonna probably be like
Damn,
top three.
damn, speech on. Yeah, I were number one. But well, for your question, Lou, I would say, yeah, it will, cause because not, but it's not gonna be like around on team. It's gonna be on certain players. Technically, LeBron's gonna be the target. That's why I feel like they're gonna target. They're gonna target him for the if they lose round like first round, second round, third round, we will lose in the finals. They're gonna put he's gonna be the target. Not Russell, not him. I feel like he's gonna be the target on that. And and old play in the old I just think though it's like the old player thing. It just didn't that don't really matter to me. Like if you can go out there and play. Only that expect is injuries. How is it gonna be in the playoff when who's gonna get hurt? Who's gonna get hurt, bro? Is AD gonna get hurt more? Is AD gonna get hurt? No, that's gonna leave between Braun and Russell. I feel like because I feel like it could be it could be definitely good, but I just want to know. I just want to know. I want to see if these players can stay healthy for the playoffs. Because
Like I said,
yeah,
that's not gonna be. That's not gonna be.
let me finish. Because I said because I like to say to myself had these because I said because he's healthy. They would definitely if they be healthy they would definitely go out as the number one seed. I say in the Western Conference right there, boom. You know, because the future now because now the pressure's on them now. Because now they are the favorite team now. They are the favorite team. So now the pressure's on
Well,
them. Can they
they
get it
said
done?
they had said Brooklyn's the favorite to win the whole thing.
No, I heard the Lakers. I heard the Lakers the favorite win one. Cause not only that now because not only the fans saying even the media is saying boom Lakers gonna win it. So for that now it's the pressure on all of them though because now they have to get the job they had to get the job done and prove and have to prove these people right like yeah these Lakers are going nowhere because now because now adding more players you added more players to the Lakers franchise. Now, my question is how it's gonna be in the playoff. That's what I'm just thinking very cautious about how it's gonna be in the playoff.
Well, you know, Lakers still may make some moves, just like Brooklyn may make some moves. Cause I'm hearing Brooklyn may try to. They talking to JJ Redick on a contract.
Sheesh, God damn, how many how many people you want? That's what I said. God damn, how many people you want?
And if you've been watching the summer league game, they said the Lakers right now got this shooter on this team. He may make the roster.
Matt McClung.
Yeah.
Oh, he nice. I saw him play. I saw him play high school. He nice. Yeah.
So basically, right now, Lakers and Nets are trying to build a team so strong that nobody can contend with them. But I think right now the East is so stronger, it's gonna be hard for Brooklyn to get out that East as number one seed. I would not be surprised if Milwaukee or Philly end up being that number one seed going in the playoffs.
It's the young people. Like anybody can be beat.
I bet I was on mute.
Ain't no power. Anybody can be beat.
Right. And look, and guess what? If you don't think like that, then guess what? You will lose. I don't care who you are. I don't care if this newly formed Lakers team is just be put together. I don't care what Brooklyn got, healthy or not. Guess what? They still can lose.
Well,
They're not invincible.
Well, you know the new rules are going into effect this year, where they ain't falling for that drawn foul bullshit that James Harden and Luka been doing over the past couple of years. So is that they gonna affect the game this year?
Wait, what you said?
What? You talking about when he be crying and shit?
Yeah, they're not falling for that drawing foul thing no more. Where you jumping? Where you like jumping in the guys like in
Oh, like Dame Dollar was doing.
I mean, what about the one with the LeBron dude bumping the chest, bumped them and just
One Dame Dollar doing that?
Yeah, everybody was. Yeah, I think he was doing that.
No, James Harden.
But he was doing that the most.
James Harden was doing that bullshit too.
Yeah,
he was doing it too.
I said they was all doing it. So
shit, Dame Dollar did.
Yeah.
And y'all forget about that. It's a possibility Dame Dollar can still be traded to somewhere else.
To trade it, I don't know. To me, I feel like they wasting this. I feel like he's wasting his time in there. Like either it's like if I was the GM, if I was the GM, I would tell Dame, is you in or you out? Hell, that's what I was saying. No, is you in or you out? Yes.
Look, you want to know how Iverson? You know how Iverson was drawing fouls? Nobody drew fouls better than Allen Iverson as a guard. See, nobody talk about that. Nobody talk about that. Allen Iverson was one of the best guards in the league that could draw fouls without necessarily shooting. Being in the act of, well, not necessarily being in the act of like shooting, but driving the ball to the basket. Nobody was doing it better than AI.
Yeah, because
AI was getting his ass whooped.
He was the little, yeah, because he was the littlest.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody going up in the paint like that. AI was getting his ass whooped like motherfucking Jordan was when he was playing against motherfucking Detroit.
It was worse. Yeah,
no, I know what I'm saying is that explained why Allen Iverson had a lot of the certain injuries that he was getting because he was getting hit. Shit. Man, yeah, look, and let me tell you, the nigga played football. So if you played football, Bubba Chuck was used to that contact. Dame Dollar ain't finna put his body on the line like AI did as a guard. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't finna do that. He sure wasn't finna do that. That's why he feel like this. I'm a better shooter, so guess what? Since I'm a better shooter, I ain't got to do all that. I ain't got to drive. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? I'm gonna draw my fouls. By having people run into me. So I'm gonna be running around trying to get the ball anyway. You know, man, I ain't feeling that. I don't know. That's why I said I like the old school basketball. I like to raw down.
Calm down. But yeah, definitely because he get the draw foul because he was the smallest. So one thing I admired that I liked about AI is like he's tough, because he's gonna keep driving in. The more you trying to bang him up or try to get him hurt, he'll drive in. He will still drive in and give you like 30 points, give you 30 or 40 points on you. So that's why. Right. That's what we admired about that. And for like the Dame one, I feel like it's like is you in or you out thing because some NBA players just some things like you might never know what they're gonna do. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like you might hear a phone, like boom, you might hear from Twitter like, oh, this guy got traded. It's like what really? Out of nowhere. So you might never know what they're gonna do and what they're gonna sign, what they're gonna get traded for. That's one thing. About the NBA. They'll leave surprise.
Well, like I said, man, you know,
You think Dame may try to do the same thing James Harden did last year?
what?
Remember when James Harden tried to get out of Houston? He didn't show. He showed up out of shape. As like he
Oh yeah. So what we gonna call? So what if Damian Lillard come out and I say what we gonna call him? You already got Honey Bun Harden, Donut Dame. We're gonna call. Look at Donut Dame up on the court.
I believe if Dame trying to get out court, he may not go out there and play hard.
Maybe.
Dang, I don't know. If he played,
look what Ben Simmons doing right now. He's trying to force his way out of Philadelphia. He's not talking organization. He said he's not going to show up for training camp.
If you're not showing that you can, what the fuck you in the NBA for? If you're not
he's gonna be the one losing money for not showing up.
If you're not gonna take it seriously, then why are you here for?
Well, that nigga with his 5 on 4 playing ass, he know damn well he need to be in somebody's gym working on his offensive game. Nigga, you 6'10", I'm 5'6", and what the fuck can I do? You 6'10", nigga. This nigga is 6'10". I would love to have that height. Oh man, bro, I probably still be playing at 39. If I was 6'10". You be like, man, shoot, man, who'd you play with? Man, shoot, man, I've been around for a long time, player. Shoot, I gotta get all of mine. You know what I'm saying? How long you been playing, player? Shit, nigga. Hell, shit, since 2002. No, if I would have been playing, then I would have came in the league, depending on my talent. You know how good I was. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have came in around probably the same time LeBron. Shit, man, LeBron could have been the same goddamn draft class. Just hypothetically speaking, if I was 6'10". Y'all feel where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Y'all would not have been in the same draft class.
Yeah, if I would have went to school, look. Well, now I probably would have came out maybe a couple years before him. Maybe. I probably would have came out in 02. Cause look, if I would have, I'm 39, right? I'm 39, right? I graduated in 2000. So if I would have went to college and played 1 year, I probably would have came out 01, 02. College basketball. If I would play college basketball. If I was this nigga's height, I would play maybe 1 or 2 seasons, depending on how good I was. You know what I'm saying? Now, all I'm saying is, with that fucking height, nigga, you ain't got to jump that much to even dunk. And hell, your elevation of shooting should be like hell. You could be working on that. You see what I'm saying? You see how Ticket be in the gym working, shooting the basketball? He should. If Ben Simmons ain't doing what Ticket is doing, then that tell me right there, this nigga don't want to be great. That nigga don't want to be great, cause shit, he'll take 100 shots beyond the arc if that's what he got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Jacob, he's the one losing money right now. The way he's playing right now. Because if he play a little bit better, maybe he make more money in his with advertising. He probably get
Mm-hmm.
commercials and all that other stuff. He's the one losing money, acting the way he is. He's so worried about chasing Instagram models.
Well, I don't know.
What up, Sal?
What's going on, Lou? What's going on, Jacob and F. Young? So,
My
All
main
right,
man,
Sal.
my main
Hold up,
man, Sal.
Hold up, Jacob. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Sal, you in here now. Who you think got more pressure next year to win the title, KD or LeBron?
I would say KD because LeBron has won. They have won a title, but it's still expectations on them to win more, being that you know they acquired some players, just some veteran players that haven't won yet, and they're looking to team up or to join with the Lakers and win, like Westbrook, Melo, and other veterans that haven't won. They both definitely have pressure. You know, LeBron's pretty much had pressure his whole career since he was what 16 in high school. But I would say Durant, being that he's going into his second season with Brooklyn. You know, some people
Third.
would his third. Well, he didn't play the first year, did he? I
No,
mean,
he didn't, but
I guess
he,
if you're gonna count that, you can say third. I guess you can count that. So he'll be going in his third season with Brooklyn, and as of yet, they haven't won any a championship or anything that he was brought in to achieve. So that's why I'll give Kevin Durant the nod on more pressure, being that even though people don't want to count the bubble, it still counts in the books, and LeBron
My bad.
had contributed to the Lakers winning in the second season. So it's still pressure for LeBron to win more now. But being that, you know, KD hasn't won anything for Brooklyn yet, it's more pressure for him.
what do you think, Shannon?
What up?
What do you think? What do you think about Shannon Sharp? Who got more pressure?
Oh man, here we go again. I don't know why the every time I got to explain myself to you guys. Let me tell you something right now. This Locky sandwich that I'm eating right now is about as close to a NBA championship. You know what I'm saying? It's cut halfway down the middle. Means that I got everything on it. Lettuce, tomatoes, onion, no pickles. You know what I'm saying? Let me get back to basketball. Sorry, y'all. Look, you got to look at the diversity of who has a lot more to offer on the court. And you got to think about it. If the work ethic and everything is done properly, well, between Melo, Russ, you know, you got to think about it. How well these guys gonna play well together? They all not gonna be on the court at the same time because minutes got to be distributed, and then you got to think about the other players too coming off the bench. You want to keep the legs fresh. You don't want to overwork these guys too much because in certain games, in certain situations, you know, uh, remember longevity had Father Time also going to catch up with you too at the same time because you got to have a lot of wins. Now this league is a lot younger with a lot of more players, a lot more talent, especially coming into this draft. You know, Lakers will be definitely a hot commodity, hot target to be looked at. So you got to think about what type of coaching adjustment is going to be made too, because coaching is very, very important.
All right, all right. Who's the better coach right now, Steve Nash or Frank Vogel?
I got to go with Frank Vogel.
What y'all think?
Due to the lack of experience that Steve Nash have, I mean, you have to go with Frank Vogel. I mean, whether you contribute to him helping them win in the bubble or not, I mean, what else do you have to go off other than this first year with that Steve Nash have as a coach? He still got a lot to prove. I feel Vogel too as well, but you know, it's not by much. But you know, he still got something to prove.
You think Steve Nash gonna have a better season now that Mike D'Antoni not on that staff though?
I don't. I think he's in a tough situation. You know, you have three of your best players that haven't committed to a long term with the organization. That's already an issue. And then you know, coming into the season last year, you had one of your featured star players say what he said, like Kyrie. We don't really need a coach. I don't think that helps you. That don't helps. You know, transfer. You know, that don't help momentum going into a season where you have a player say something like you don't need a coach, especially when you have a young, young newly coach, you know what I'm saying, just trying to, that hasn't built no reputation. That don't help Steve Nash out a lot. So, I mean, maybe they could, I mean, a lot of people, the expectations are definitely high for the Nets, you know. So, we're going to see what they do. A lot of people expect them to come out. I think you are right. Lou, you expect them to win this year. So,
No, I'm gonna be rooting for my Bulls for the whole season. I can care less what the Nets do.
Hold on, my bad, Darius. I didn't know that Ben Simmons was working out, man.
How many times have we seen video of him after knocking down jump shots working out, and he don't do it during the season in games, in the playoffs? Those videos, to me, those videos is bullshit. Till I see him do it in the season, in the playoffs, then those videos don't mean shit.
So he just selling snake oil. He's selling wolf tickets.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, or it seems like.
To me, it seems like he has some kind of mental block. Cause I've seen film of him knocking down 3-pointers, all type of jump shots, and then when it comes to real game situations, he don't even attempt it. So it's got to be something mental, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
that's the only conclusion I can come to.
Sal, I'm gonna tell you what the Messiah said. And you may not believe it, but it makes perfect sense. As a man thinketh, so is he.
I mean, I guess in some ways I said the same thing. So
yeah, you basically wrong. You saying the same thing. If he don't think that,
sports is not
Uncle D.
Going on. What's up? What y'all got against Ben Simmons? God damn.
Come on, Uncle D, man.
Want to be a pass first?
Come on, Dirty.
I don't want to hear that. Y'all want the man to play point guard. He playing the traditional style.
I ain't saying I want him to play. All I'm saying is that.
Hold on, no. If he take a bunch of bad shots, then you gonna talk shit about it. So,
but you ain't have it both ways.
But we want him. But he still got to try to attempt those shots, Darius.
If he take 20 of them, then what you gonna be saying? You see what I'm saying, Sal?
It'd be like, okay, at least he's trying, though. I'd be like, okay, at least he's trying to take those shots, though.
So wide open shots. He's not supposed to. He's supposed to keep passing the ball.
He shouldn't take that shot, though.
I think it's a little
right play on the court. He make the right play on the court.
I think it's a little bit different with Ben Simmons, man, because he actually doesn't even want to be. He actually gets in the mode in the playoffs to where he doesn't even want to take a shot to where you could play 4-on-5. And then he even at the elimination game, he passed up a dunk. It's something mental with him. He passed up a dunk to pass the ball.
He's always been a terrible free throw shooter. That's the problem. And is not shooting the basketball. He's a terrible free throw shooter.
Okay.
They would do it. He need to be practicing shooting his free throws.
But
Because
he
you
can't.
playing that position. You
But
playing
he
that
can't
position
get.
handling the ball.
Yeah.
You got to be
But
able
he
to shoot
can't.
free throws, man.
He
Can I
can't
ask
be
you a
on the
question?
floor not being aggressive though.
What's
Offensively,
that?
whether he can score or not.
It's not being aggressive. They do the hacker like that. They was doing the hacker Simmons. And like they were doing Giannis, they started doing that in the playoffs. That's why they were sitting him down too in the fourth quarters, late in the fourth quarter, because he's a liability at the free throw line. You look at his free throw numbers; they're terrible, man.
30%, yeah.
Yeah, because he was always been a. Now that passing that dunk up, I don't get that because he always got to the basket and scored.
Hey, somebody hold it down real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Hey,
All right.
so do you hold him accountable for that, Uncle D?
What's that? The free throw shooting, yes. You're a primary ball handler.
Overall for his overall offensive production.
I mean, he scored the same way Giannis scored pretty much around the basket.
But he averaged 9 points in this series, and he only had a total of 6 points in the fourth quarter for 7 games, bro. That's not gonna get it done.
I told you something. They were sitting him.
Now they start sitting him toward the end of the series, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying they were sitting him a lot because he wasn't being aggressive like he was in the regular season.
That's what we saying. That's the problem.
Yeah, but they talking about shooting. It's not just shooting, getting to the basket and getting fouled.
No, I think
to go to the free throw line.
I think there was a little bit different
having he scored.
No, that was a different conversation. They were talking about all this film of him shooting like he improving his game. He been doing that, but we don't see
none of that every year.
Yeah,
but he need to be at the free throw line. Hey, that's what he need to be working on. Same as Giannis.
Yeah, we were just speaking on the fact that he keep selling people on film of him taking shots that he never take in the game, and that's like selling people with tickets. Like, you don't take these shots, so why are you showing them?
Well, it was him and I think it's him and West. Both of them was hitting threes. Believe it or not, it was him and Westbrook.
But Westbrook actually, whether he make it or not, he's never scared to think about it.
But I'm saying he's more of a player similar to Giannis, where they get to the basket and score. But my thing is, you're gonna be a primary ball handler. You better be able to shoot free throws because you're gonna get fouled.
And you gotta be aggressive to where people try to guard you though. And that's what happened with him. He became so much. He was so unaggressive to where teams didn't even worry about guarding him.
Yeah, I think that was something mentally going on because over the past few years, he always been aggressive. But for some reason, in this year's playoffs, he became a different ball player.
I mean, over the past couple of years, there's been issues with his offensive game on the playoffs, though. It's just like this year, I think was the biggest. It was magnified even more, I think. But it's always been something I noticed that I felt like, and I was saying it before the playoffs started. Because a lot of people were picking the Sixers to come out the East, I was like, if Ben Simmons don't make a jump offensively, as far as being more of a threat to score in the playoffs, they're not gonna get over that hump. And a lot of people were like, nah. Even Lamont, he argued with me, and then he had to recant on it. I was like,
but see, I'm just saying, I don't care about him not shooting. I'm not a fan of his, but him hitting threes, that's minute. If you can get to the basket, score in the mid range, that's all you need to do.
That's all I want to see him do.
Yeah, he just putting film out here every summer, like all these shots. He's telling people that he doing all this, but none of that transfer over into the real game. And I feel like if you hitting all them shots, I feel like if you hitting all them shots in practice and all that, and then it's not translating in the game, it's some mental block or the lights too bright.
He needs to change the scenery in that. That's a rough area to play.
Because I know you play sports. You know, you had cats that were good in practice, and then they get in the game, and you be like, "What happened?"
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
he's not that all the way. Well, his whole game is not like that, but offensively, I think he's like that to where he could be in practice and knock down shots, and then you get in the game, it's like, what's going on, bro?
But that's why you
Yeah,
gotta. That's why in practice you gotta. If
What-
say Uncle D, me and you on the court, we practice against each other. What are you gonna do if I'm being physical with you in the actual game mode? You know what I'm saying? I'm
that-
behind you,
but
It doesn't
Jacob,
matter
some
if it's
guys
a mental
practice
problem.
terrible. Some guys
huh?
practice terrible and play great in game. They're terrible practice players. So,
If it's a
like I
mental
said,
issue, Jacob, it
yeah,
don't matter how much he practice. He got to get over that mental issue, some type of way, that mental block.
yeah, he needs a change of scenery too. It's rough to play in an area like Philly.
Yeah, because right now it's even more. Like I was telling somebody when we had this discussion, if you don't,
Yeah.
he in the doghouse with
What,
Philippines.
what would be the right place for him to go? Golden State or Portland?
Portland, I think Portland. I mean, less pressure. I mean, they're not pressured to win right now. New coach. If I don't know what's up with Dame Lillard, so
And plus, Chauncey Billups said he don't want Dame to be jacking up 3-point shots no more. He wants to play that advance the game, get the team
Sorry,
involved
crazy.
type of basketball now. So you trying
He
to
said
make him
best thing
something
he
he
has
yeah,
ain't
ever.
really doing.
there are guys, Jacob, that have sports psychologists,
Oh,
psychologists in there. Yeah, they
I
are
was
sport
laughing at Tyree.
That's
Who he need a
serious.
therapist for?
A
Who he
lot
need
of
a
teams
therapist
have.
for?
Hey, but Lou,
I think it's Orlando.
Chauncey Billups has
Huh?
to understand this. If Dame is around, Dame will be around no longer than he will. Because he's a coach or not. They replace him. Players have power in this league.
They trying to do something about Jason Kidd right now, man. Like he getting so much a bad rap for this being there. So they trying to take him down.
Man, that's sad, man.
Well,
That's sad, man. Come
that
on,
was
man.
with him and
We need
him and
Jason
his
Kidd.
ex-wife. Him and his ex-wife. He's not going nowhere. But back to that, Lou, I don't know how he fit with Golden State though. He'll fit perfect, I think, though. But what would Golden State have to give up? They don't want to give up Wiseman. They asked for Wiseman's draft picks and I think Wiggins.
Uncle D,
Yes, sir.
I never got your basketball team.
But see,
But
you gonna
I'm
get-
with you,
they
Darius,
gonna-
man. I think Portland would be a better place for Ben Simmons because if you got Dame Lillard going to Philly and Philly found out what they want, shooter, then a big man down low who don't have to live on perimeter no more. He can just work down the post.
What you about to say, Sal? Yes, sir.
They asking capital gonna have to come down as we get closer and closer to the season though, because
Yes, yeah. Uh-huh. That's right.
right now he not cooperating with them. He kind of doing them how the shooter done the Lakers. He not talking to them or nothing like that. So they gonna start to lose leverage if they want to move him, and they're gonna lose even more if they end up having to move him at the trade deadline in the season. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be desperate.
Yeah.
Hey, what would Philly get, y'all, if that happened?
Dame Lillard.
Philly gonna go. I mean,
From
Dame's gonna
Portland,
go to Philly.
it'll be a swap. It'll be a swap for those two.
Hey,
But-
Tyree loves to Orlando. What y'all think about that?
No, they got too many guards. They're not giving up their guards for. They got some nice young guards. They're not gonna give them up for
Now,
Ben
if Ben Simmons do go to Orlando, he wouldn't be playing guard. He'd be playing probably power forward or small forward.
I don't think they have enough. They have to give a lot of players to match his salary.
Yeah, that's the thing. His salary come into play, and he in the middle of his contract, I think, too.
Yeah, so you gotta. It's not like the NFL. It's this right here. You gotta have salary. The salary's got to add up pretty much. You can finagle your way around the NFL doing stuff like that. But Jacob, I follow the Hornets. I like the Hornets, man.
Oh, Charlotte? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to like them coming up when I had Larry Johnson and
Bugsy and Lonzo and David Wingate was playing on there. Dale
Kenny
Carey,
Gill. Yeah, Kenny Gill, Dale
Kenny
Carey.
Gill. I like them, man. Coming up when I was a kid.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like you say, South, they got to lower that capital what they're asking for. They're not gonna get all that for him. They don't want him. If you don't want him, how you gonna ask for all that?
I mean, and he ain't cooperating with y'all, and people see that like y'all y'all gonna have to do something. What y'all gonna go into the season with him not playing?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
That's
that
gonna be
you got
toxic.
basically another month for training camp start up in another month. Next month.
Ain't nobody stressing to get Ben. I know some teams would love to have him, but it ain't no hard stress for them to have him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all think maybe part of why he ain't just gone so quick? You think it's trying to figure out maybe his contract too? You never have something to do with it?
No, it's what Philly's asking for in return.
Oh, okay. Like what? Some draft picks?
They want a lot. They want a lot of capital.
First. They're gonna want a first, probably, right?
He would have been going to Golden State, but they asked for too much. They wanted both of those draft picks and I think a couple of players plus to trade to do that deal.
Let me ask you this: do y'all ever think do you think like okay, when you look at the state of your team, right, and you need either a big player or you just want to continue to build off of what you got, do you trade necessarily? I mean, do you give up your draft pick based off a player that you know that can just give you that game? I mean, they can give you that level of play. You know what I'm saying? At least 3 or 4 seasons, or at least they career. They previous seasons have shown that they was consistent or something like that.
I think did the Wizards give up a first round draft pick last year for Westbrook? I'm thinking they did.
Yeah, I believe so. That's why they
So
this year.
that wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth it then. No.
Yeah, because man, Westbrook ain't the same player.
I think that's how Houston got Green.
So, what you mean? You saying Westbrook's not a superstar?
Well,
no,
I didn't say he's not a superstar. I'm just saying he's not the same player.
So, is he a superstar to you, Lou?
Yeah, to me he is, but I'm just saying he still ain't the same player.
I think next year Westbrook is going to have a whole lot. It's going to be like he's going to have a great year next year. He's going in the regular season. He's going to put up the points and have a whole lot of assists and rebounds, like a triple double, like he always do. But in the playoffs, I don't know, man, because he does tend to try to do everything by himself, knowing he do have teammates around him that can probably help him out. So, to me, I think right now he's just an all-star to me right now.
All-star. So the Lakers will have a super team then.
You say they don't or do?
They don't.
I heard somebody on the panel say this is how delusional this stuff is.
Hey, Sal, see, I got him in that.
Yeah, no, I heard something even crazy. I heard a dude say the Lakers stacked the deck, LeBron stacked the deck, but they not a stupid super team. I'm like, what? Dang, man, it's like, bro, I don't know what it's like definitions.
Okay. Let me ask you. Okay, Westbrook got 1 MVP. LeBron got 4. Does having multiple MVPs make you a superstar, or does having one make you a superstar?
No. I mean, you talking about 30, they all of them in their 30s. Y'all like they prime 25, 26, 27 year old ball players.
Are you talking about what Tyree said?
No, I ain't talking about no Tyree never said that. No, I'm not talking about Tyree.
Oh, he said that in the comment.
Yeah, but I've heard other people say they was a super team and they stacked and all that. They got old players on their squad.
Man, okay. Y'all remember when we
Jake, this is what I think. This is the reason why everybody's saying the Lakers is a super team because you got guys like Melo, Westbrook, and AD,
Howard.
who when they were drafted, they were like in the top 5 when they were drafted.
Right.
Those are
Now,
super names.
Those are big names, but
They're
not
not
all
super
the same players either.
Super names.
Yeah, they super names. That's what they are.
Super names.
People Melo like
That's a good one, Uncle D.
Melo ain't been an all-star in what 6-7 years, and people keep boosting him up like he's still a top player.
He can't play over 30 minutes. He can't play 30 plus minutes on an 82 game schedule. We can't play it like that no more.
And that's the reason why I said all of them not gonna be on the floor at the same time anyway.
I gotta steal this.
So they all gonna be getting.
Now,
you
now,
got
so
to you can run with that.
Now, is Brooklyn a super team?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
They got the 3 top. Shit, you got 3 of the top perennials players
Those are in their prime.
on your team. Shit.
All 3 of them in their prime.
Harden, what? One of the top. I mean, I keep forgetting this. Is James Harden a shooting guard or point guard? Because sometimes I see him running the point.
He's gonna be playing point guard for Brooklyn.
Okay.
Hey, Lou, when I seen LeBron in 2010 go to Miami in 2010, I bought into this concept of super team. I'm like, dang, that got to be a super team. He gonna have to do less for a team to win, and they can win even when he don't play. But their team couldn't even win when he even played. So now I don't know what a super team is. I would assume a super team you can win your star player or one player is out. But I seen that happen with Brooklyn. I seen Durant them be 25-11 when he didn't play. I think they even had a winning record with Kyrie, and the only person they didn't have a winning record when he played, I think, might have been Hart. But go ahead.
Tyree said that you said that the 98 Bulls was a super team. Now cook on that.
Yeah, they were super.
How was they a super team? You had two all-stars.
Sam, you gotta explain.
Michael Jordan was a superstar. Dottie Pippen was an all-star. Rodman, he was in the back end of his career. He matter of fact, the whole time playing with the Bulls never made an all-star team.
That's popularity contest.
He was all NBA. He was all NBA, and he was the rebound leader. He was the rebound leader in this. Every year he played with them.
He was on all defense.
This is the thing. Yeah, he was all defense.
That's what he was known for his whole career, being the guy who played great defense and rebounding the ball.
He's the best. Rodman been the best rebounder in the past 30 years. He's been the best rebounder in the game. You have to argue. Be honest with you. You got to go back to be honest with you. The only 2 people that might be better rebounders than him is Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, and then probably the other handful of guys. You might even throw Moses Malone, but he's an all-time great rebounder. This dude averaged 18 rebounds in the 90s. 2 seasons in the 90s with the Pistons. And then for he went 7 straight years leading the league in rebounds. Like, this is arguably one of the greatest. He's definitely the greatest rebounder all time. Under 6'9", 6'8".
Yeah, arguably, you can say so. Arguably, he's the greatest. Arguably, you can say that.
Yeah.
My Dennis Rodman?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that. Like rebounding.
In retrospect to the league in the late 90s, let's just look at who the competition was.
Sorry, crazy.
These dudes they had the best player in the world. They had the best coach in the world. and they had the best two-way perimeter players in Pippen and Jordan,
Yeah.
and they had the best rebounder on their team, and they had the best shooter in the league, 3-point shooter in the league is Steve Kerr, who averaged in the '96 he averaged over 50% from 3-point line, and they had the best international player in the world. In retrospect to the '90s, they were a super team because no other team had more than 2 Hall of Famers, let alone have the best player and best coach in the league.
You can go back to in the annals of history of basketball. There always been super teams, whether it's constructed by the front office. Now it's been constructed by the players, but people forget about that. They don't want to say, "Oh, they said, where's the GM? They were doing." There's a caveat to everything about when players got power. Oh, it's a problem, but when the GM's doing it, it's no problem. So I don't buy into that super team shit because
And people
Boston
that
was a super team. The Lakers been super
But
teams for
you
years.
don't think when GMs were putting these teams together with the league were wide open that anybody can win though?
man,
No,
who's gonna beat the Bulls, man? Be honest with y'all. They had to create narrative that the Bulls might lose. The Bulls will be injured and banged up toward the end of their run, and they still would beat teams because there wasn't no serious team when they were healthy that even could be on the court with them.
yeah.
To
All
be honest,
right, Luke.
that's one of the reasons why Jordan never went 7 games in a lot of series because, bro, it wasn't too many teams to match up with the Bulls team. Man, they had the best everything down there. They just didn't have no big men.
In the '80s, it was always Boston. I mean, Philly had to go get Moses Malone. They created a super team.
Dr. J. Moses Malone.
Yeah.
They had Darryl Dawkins before that. That Dr. J and Darryl Dawkins and
Yeah. Andrew Toney, Maurice
That's who they
Cheeks,
lost
all
to
those guys.
in that '80s finals.
I mean, some people they don't want to say Detroit Pistons. They said that was a terrible. They said that the Pistons was terrible. The team that went back to back with Isaiah, Joe Dumars, Rodman. They said it was a terrible squad. The worst team to ever win the NBA championship. Some say. I don't buy into that. Yeah, a lot of people say that was one of the worst. They don't consider them a super team. And they were loaded though.
They had Adrian Danley too at the end of his career, averaging 20.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, Adrian Danley, Dennis Rodman averaging 18 rebounds.
He's traded.
Danley was on that squad, Lou. That's what he's saying. He was there before they traded for Mark Aguirre.
There, if you see, this is the thing, Darius. I said this before, bro. This super team come from the facade of players.
But he was not there when they won back-to-back title, though. If when they traded for Mark.
Who had the bigger name than him or Mark Aguirre? Who had the bigger name? Him or Mark Aguirre?
That was there when they won, when they beat the Lakers.
Between who?
He wasn't there when they won the title, sir.
He wasn't there when they won.
Mark Aguirre had the bigger. Mark Aguirre made the super team. You want to go that route?
Remember that documentary, Sal? The reason why Adrian Dantley said, if I ever see Isaiah Thomas, I'm going to beat his ass.
Isaiah Thomas had him traded. That's what he's saying. Had him traded to Dallas for Adrian Dantley.
Hold on. Players were having people traded in the 80s?
Yeah, they were doing that. Magic Johnson got a coach fired.
Other players were trading people. They swear this shit didn't go down.
Players forcing trades. You can go back to Wilt Chamberlain. He forced trade. He forced a trade. Kareem forced a trade. Charles Barkley forced a trade.
LeBron ruled the league. You lying, Darius. LeBron is the reason for everything. He ruined the league. He done everything that's bad for the league. That's what I be hearing.
What?
Yeah,
That's what
happened to LeBron, huh?
No. We putting out. This is a narrative people push. But they don't want to speak the truth about what happened. This has been happening all over the whole point in time of basketball.
It might not been happening to the same magnitude, but we know things evolve to where they become norm in our sport.
Y'all forget how Phil Jackson became the head coach of the Chicago Bulls.
Michael Jordan got Doug Collins fired.
No, actually, Phil Jackson was talking bullshit behind Doug Collins' back.
Mike got him fired, Lou. But I'm a Jordan fan. Y'all like Mike can't do no wrong.
He did some snake shit.
All right. So I mean, see what I'm saying, Sal? He didn't do it, did he, Sal?
No, it's only LeBron,
Hey,
man. It was
But
LeBron's fault.
Uncle D,
if Jordan
Jordan,
did
take
that,
your food out your plate. What you doing?
if it was bad blood between Jordan and Doug Collins, he would not hire him as the coach of his Washington Wizards team at the time.
That was that was almost 15 years down the road, Lou. He had forgiven him by that time.
Uncle
You know
D.
damn well Phil ain't finna coach no team that ain't about to win nothing. That ain't
Hey,
Phil is not
And they,
doing no rebuilding shit.
Uncle D.
let's name some more.
Jordan,
Look it
take
up.
your plate.
Google this, Jacob. NBA
Yeah.
players in forced trades, the top 10 forced trades. All these guys superstars. Alonzo Mourning did.
Top
All these
10
guys
what?
forced trade. All these guys forced trades from squads and went to
Oh,
a
force.
better
You said
situation.
force trade?
To
Yeah, they
me,
forced trades.
if that Charlotte team would have stayed together, I think they would have won the title.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, sure. The Hornets?
But
Hey,
LeBron,
Lou,
but look,
Lou, don't
LeBron
listen
doing
to
all
him.
this.
LeBron, he lying, man. LeBron started all this, Lou. He lying to you.
Hey.
So when, hold on, there's a bunch of them forced trades now. Let bunch of Magic Johnson, like I say, he got his head coach fired. They won the championship. The year after they won the championship, he was about 15 games. Pat Riley stepped in.
No, Lou. I mean, no,
Hey,
Darius.
Uncle D.
Can't keep lying,
Jordan.
man.
Hey, Jordan, take your food out the plane. What you doing?
I'm a Jordan fan, bro. I don't want to meet him because I don't want to meet somebody. People like that you get a different impression if you really met that person. So,
I said, but if you take
Now,
your food,
it's
like nigga, you eating. So you eating it, Jordan.
My food.
If you fight Jordan, you ain't gonna be on the Bulls no more. They gonna make sure they trade you somewhere else.
all right, come on, Luke. Who else forced trades you know of? Just made moves.
Hey,
Power
what?
moves.
Hey, what about Orlando?
What? Oh, Shaq. Oh, Shaq. No, Shaq.
Yeah.
He did.
Was
Nah,
Shaq a forced trade or
Shaq
not? Or
didn't
that was
He's
a individual.
they didn't
And
offer him.
LeBron was a free agent too. And LeBron was a free agent too, wasn't he, Lou?
LeBron ain't never forced his way.
His last year in Cleveland.
Yeah, wasn't he a free agent?
Yeah.
When he went to Miami, he was a free agent, right?
When he left Miami, he didn't force his way out.
When he left Miami, he was a free agent.
When he left Cleveland, to go to Miami.
When he left to go to LA.
The both years he went to other teams, he was a free agent.
Oh, so what he did wrong?
He went to play with better players. That's what he done wrong.
Lou, if you play basketball or something, you didn't want to get scrubs on your squad. You want the best on your squad, right?
Nah, he didn't want the team to be too good because then it might be stacked. I don't remember these conversations. I played a lot of basketball. I don't remember nobody talking about, man, my team gonna be too good. Hell no.
How bad was it? How bad was the team though? Even he still win the game without superstars on the team. He was still winning over what 58, 60 games, going deep, make deep playoff runs.
It wasn't good enough for him to win.
You remember Lou? He went to the finals in 2007. Then the following offseason, then the following year, the Nets big three come together, and he lose to them in Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Boston.
Yeah, the next year. And then to go in the offseason, they don't really acquire nobody.
Salute, Wine.
They acquired niggas that were pretty much done. Then they get put out in the second round. Orlando, he left.
Oh.
He actually left when Boston put him out.
Oh, it might have been. I might be a year off.
He left for Boston.
He might have stayed one more year. Then Boston. That last time they lost to Boston in the Eastern Conference Final in 6.
That was around 2010.
Yeah,
he left 2010.
They lost to Boston in 6, right? And then they said he quit. He had 30, 20, and 10. And he the only person I know that put up numbers like that and consider quitting on somebody. But
I saw the great Kobe Bryant get blown out by Boston in the championship game now.
I mean, who you know? But name a person outside LeBron you know put up 30, 20, and 10, and they say he quit on the team. I can't think of nobody else. How do you quit with those stat lines?
And see them narratives, Lou, people be pushing. Them narratives they push about players in the 80s didn't do shit, or the 70s didn't do nothing. They didn't force no guys, they didn't have free agency.
I remember Jordan putting up big numbers against Boston in the 80s, but they still wasn't winning though. I don't feel like Jordan didn't quit, but they saying he was a failure.
Yeah, they said it was a failure. So is LeBron really a loser, as people say?
I don't think he'll lose it like that. I just don't think he has the same mental will capacity that Mike had.
No, I'm saying people
Mike
say he's a loser because
play in that social media era though.
Huh?
Mike said he wouldn't be able to play. This came out his words, didn't he, Darius? Am I lying? Somebody check me if I'm lying. He said I wouldn't be able to play.
No, I think Michael Jordan did say that. Michael Jordan, I agree. He did say that.
So I'll be honest with you. I used to think the same way you did. I felt like Mike the most mentally toughest player I ever watched play. And then when he came out,
Tyree, get on the panel. You talking about nobody challenge?
When he got on there and said, "Man, he don't know if he could have dealt with this social media era," then I'm like, "That's
Drop
what
the link,
think about."
Dude.
Drop the link, Lou. Come on, Tyree.
Tyree.
Jordan on social media now. He probably would not be able to deal with social media.
A lot of players couldn't. I mean, they knew about your life. They know about all these players' lifestyles, everything they do now. Every move they make. There was no TMZ.
They done put the paparazzi out of business. They don't even need no paparazzi no more. You got all these stuff.
And there wasn't no cell phones with cameras.
Cause see, this is the thing, Lou. Even if Jordan wanted to be private, the fact that other people that deal with him, whether it was dealing with other chicks, you know what, they can go on social media and be like, I was with Jordan last night. You see what I'm saying? That wasn't around then. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I was, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to be a regular person now and be a celebrity. Because people could go on there and post stuff. Oh, I was with Jordan. Oh, yeah, Jordan got me pregnant. This, that. Or Magic or the Showtime. Think of all that shit the Showtime Lakers were doing. They had social media. All that partying.
Think about what Magic Johnson used to go to that little club after the game, too.
That's what I'm saying. People will have pictures of him in the club on social media the next day at the playoff game, after a game. It's a whole different, people gotta really think about what they're saying. You can like who you like and hate who you hate, but really gotta think about what you're saying.
But what I'm saying, I've heard people say LeBron is a loser because he's 4-6 in the finals. It's hard to get there 10 times, and a lot of guys that play in this league doesn't even make it.
LeBron be saying some bullshit too.
What should his record respectively be?
What'd you say?
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's hard to get there.
I know what I'm saying. 10 finals. I'm saying, what should his record?
It's 4-6.
If you,
It's 4-6.
Okay, is it one championship or maybe two out of the 6 he lost, right? Out of the 6 he lost, which one of them championships you think was necessarily winnable, or he just pretty much
the first Golden State series when he lost Kawhi and Kevin Love. But here's the thing. This is the thing, right? Check this out. When you looking at stuff like that, you got to look at this. This is a league. Most of them have 15 on the roster, and there's a lot of players never played in a playoff game. Some never even made it to Eastern Conference final or Western Conference final.
You could look at who his teammate is now, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony been in the league as long as LeBron. He haven't made it to the finals. Never made it to the finals. One of the greatest scorers of to ever play the game. He ain't never made to the finals.
And what did Chauncey Billups say about Carmelo Anthony? You heard what he said, Jacob?
I ain't heard.
What did he say?
He said when he played with him in Denver, he said Carmelo Anthony cared about one thing: scoring. He didn't care about nothing else. So that's why he had never made it to led his team to no type of situation like that.
Let me ask you this, Lou and Jacob. Who do y'all got more respect for? Patrick Ewing or Gary Payton?
Gary Payton.
Why would you have more respect for Gary Payton? Didn't Patrick Ewing do it the right way? He stayed with one team and tried to win.
I mean, I like them both, honestly.
The reason why Gary Payton was at the end of his career moved so much because no team it was hard for teams to want to add him to their roster because Gary Payton was at the end of his career.
He ring chased though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he ring chase? That's what y'all.
He went to the Lakers.
This some of the triggers.
With the Heat too. With the Heat too.
Yeah, he got the championship with the Heat.
Who the hell this?
Oh,
I'm not ready to ban.
That's Tyree.
What up?
It's a man from Louisiana.
Tyree. Now, what you saying about Sal?
So I was talking about bringing up a stat line, saying if somebody had scored that stat line, that mean he didn't quit. Man, stop it, bro. We seen LeBron James game one. Hold on. What? See, you trying to cut me off? We seen LeBron James game one against Golden State. He had what 48 points before the overtime game. And what happened in overtime? What happened before the overtime game?
51 points.
No, yeah, but listen, he ain't have 51 until the end of the game. What did LeBron James do when he was sitting on that bench?
Okay.
I
didn't argue.
Hold on. Listen, how many shot attempts did he take in that overtime too?
You can say he quit. I'm gonna go with you and say he quit. But he's the only player. All I'm saying is he the only player I know that's put up certain stat lines and play and people will say he quit. He the only person I know. I was asking.
I agree.
Can they name somebody? Because it's just interesting. Out of the hundreds of thousands of players to play, he's the only player that I've been assist of quitting the games, scoring a triple double with 20 rebounds and scoring 50 points. It's interesting. Where are some of the other players? You telling me he the only one?
Right. Oh no, listen, I agree with that point right there. That he ain't the only one. I always try my best because I'm a Lakers fan. I always tell people how many times Kobe quit it, and niggas don't like to hear me when I say that shit. Yeah. But he ain't the only one. Look, people be, huh?
Didn't he quit in that finals against Boston when that last game?
In 2008, he quit.
Yeah, he quit. They were getting the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, that nigga quit. He had his head down, walking and shit. He quit, bro. He quit against Phoenix. Even Detroit. I think it was like game 5. Then
him and Shaq both quit that game.
Yeah, bro. Come on. I be trying to tell these dudes that, bro. Like,
that whole final, they have like they didn't want to be there.
It don't matter. That's quitting.
That was the good debate, Luke.
But look, like I said, man, that cap on LeBron that people be doing, I agree with Sal, bro. These dudes be going too hard to try to make it feel like LeBron James is the only dude that's doing this. He did have great stat lines where he did quit, though.
I think the reason they do that, Tyree, he's a threat to
their favorite player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a threat.
I'm still trying to figure this out. The people that say 4-6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll turn around and say, there's no way LeBron is better than Kobe, but they matched up. They matched up over what 20, 25 plus times. And
the only reason why I don't use the head-to-head matchups because when you say stuff like that, you give Mookie and them ammo because I think when he matched up against Kawhi Leonard, his head-to-head matchup is a lot higher than his matchup against Kobe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the thing. The shit, a lot of people don't stay on their talking points. if you're gonna talk about records, you gotta keep the same energy. I always keep the
Right.
same energy with my
Yeah, you
talking.
gotta see.
You
Yeah,
might
you're
not
right. If
like
you
what I say.
right, if you on a subject and we on, like you said, we got to keep the same talking points. A lot of times we get too fanboyish and want to switch the goalposts, bro, and try to ask you a different question than the initial question to try to win that shit.
Just like
Right.
I was on T Price channel, and I think I was talking to
Yeah.
James, and
Yeah, you
he
got
was
to put in the
trying
Oh,
trigger,
I
man. You
heard.
got
Yeah,
to put in the
I
trigger,
heard
man.
that. Yeah.
he was trying to put he was trying to play a two-way game with me to where when he don't like certain shit, he want to say it's rigged, but then want to give people credit. Like, how you gonna one
Right.
way give Brady credit for his success, then on the back end say, if it wasn't
And he
for
was,
the building going down, they wouldn't have won. Like, hold on, this shit ain't
and
either
he
he getting credit or not. Like, which one is it?
right.
Is it
Even
conspiracy
James,
or is it actually competition?
with
What is
James,
it?
you got to be careful. With James, you got to be careful. He be trying to play that emotional game too, so you
Yeah,
can't fall for that emotional role he trying to take you on.
yeah. He
Because it was
tried to
all
do
about
that.
feelings. When you were talking about that Tom Brady shit, you can tell James was in his feelings. So
Yeah.
you kind of got a little caught up in that.
But see, if you don't notice, I wasn't finna let him have no scapegoat with the conspiracy shit. So when the conversation ain't going his way, then he want to go to the shit rigged. Like,
Right,
now,
right.
I'm not gonna do that. Either it's rigged or it's not, or we ain't gonna have a conversation. Come on, we not gonna
Because
have no time.
everybody team go through shit like that, bruh. Like a call may not have been called. Like even with Dallas with that dead catch. Like, come on, bruh.
Yeah, we done had
Like,
this shit
right,
happens every year to a team.
Yeah,
right,
Like
that
bro.
this.
I'm still upset over that New York Knicks call from Chicago Bulls back in '94.
And
Oh,
see,
that
I could
foul?
be,
You talking about that foul, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the foul, yeah, against Pippen.
Mm.
and a lot of
Yeah.
people can say we were winning in the early '90s because everybody wanted us to win because we were American team, considered American team in the '90s. Like goofy shit. Like, okay, how do I when I don't feel like really battling, going point for point, I can go to
yeah.
conspiracy
You know,
shit.
I'm still
You know
upset
what I'm
about
saying?
those times you beat my 49ers in the '90s.
Well, see,
But
that's
y'all
what James was talking
owned us
about
though.
too.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't
Y'all
fall
owned
for
us
the
in
trick
the
bag.
80s. So this that's what I'm trying to stop. I'm like, I'm not gonna say that. You're not gonna when you don't have no talking points, you want to go to conspiracy and then go back
Right.
to talking points, go back and forth. He was trying to do that to me. I'm like, nah, bro, we
Bro,
ain't
look
gonna.
back to the LeBron James thing, bro. Look, everybody know I'm not a big LeBron James type of dude, but these dudes got me defending LeBron James every day because they adding on extra, bro. Like you niggas add a different story every day to LeBron James, bro. And why everybody talk about this nigga every day?
I told you if he retired, they won't have, if he retired tonight, they ain't got nothing else to talk about.
When he
Right.
retired, we're gonna still talk about LeBron James every day,
But
even
that's
when he
sad
retired.
though, man. That's
He don't
sad,
do
bro.
nothing though. That's what I'm trying to figure out what the hell he be doing.
That's sad, bro.
But all these talking
But
points they got,
I
we
seen
got examples
You
of this
got
shit, Kyrie.
you gotta admit, guys. People have built their
bro,
channels
look how
off
bad it is.
LeBron.
This dude
Yeah,
Skip
they have. Yeah,
Bayless.
they built their channels off him. Yeah, that's true.
So Dennis Schroeder, he betted on himself, right? And Skip Bayless had the audacity to blame LeBron James for that. I'm like, how Dennis Schroeder the only one that took his destiny in his own hands? How is LeBron James responsible for that?
He came with
he
the wrong
responsible for
attitude.
him cutting his cut for turning down 84 million and not
Yeah,
talking to the.
Salute on Big Worm.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's some of that shit do be cap.
you came with the
And
wrong
then,
attitude. I'm not gonna sit on the bench. Man. You ain't even stepped into the gym. You saying this shit. I'm not
Right.
gonna sit on the bench. I'm gonna be a starter.
and
I want
then,
$100 million.
Salute nephew Warren.
Yeah, you
then
can't blame LeBron James for shit like that, bro.
it's
And
crazy ass
y'all heard
narrative.
y'all heard about his wife going at other people like
Oh, Dennis
because
Schroeder?
yeah, his wife is
Yeah.
snapping on people right now for talking bad about her husband.
Well, that's what a good woman does when she see her husband getting attacked. She stands up and defends.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
doing the windmill.
and
She
this
was
is one of
swinging on
the
the windmill.
and this is another thing that baffled me. LeBron gets players not paid and all this. Like players get their own self paid. If you gonna go out there and perform, that's what you paid. And then it still don't make sense. Even if I would have stooped to their level, if you've been keeping up with basketball, Dwight Howard was on his last leg when he went to the Lakers in 2020. Didn't he get
Yeah,
paid?
he
Yep.
been bouncing around year to
Then
year. He was going
Rondo was
different.
on his last leg in LA. Like when he came there, didn't he get paid to go to Atlanta? He got
He got,
a so I'm like, why?
he
I'm
got
not
paid to go to Philly.
to LeBron, but if
Howard
you play
Lee,
the
Howard
game,
need that money with all the baby mamas he got.
Oh no, when you got money like that, you deserve to have a lot of baby mamas.
Yeah, shit. That's why he's still playing. Shit, he ain't worried
Right.
about that shit.
Yeah, he ain't worried about that shit.
although it sounds good right now, Tyrese, shit. Hear about nigga
Man.
Long as they teenagers, if they close to the teenage around the teenage,
Yeah.
about that shit.
Dwight Howard got about 3 or 4 more years in the NBA.
Yeah, he can play the care because they're not asking much of him.
Right.
You got middle ones though, person.
Yeah, but his older one's getting older, so he ain't gonna have to worry about that shit, man. You worth $200 million, man. I'm having 5-6 baby mamas.
Yeah, you got about 4 or 5 kids. You paying damn near 6 figures a month. That shit start adding up, nigga. What do you?
Oh man, they be all right.
Yeah, your one boy for starter got paid. Got to pay his baby mama what 200,000 for the next 18 years.
Is that true though? I see a lot of people putting that shit out. I don't know if that's true.
court.
They don't even sound real.
If you haven't seen the court documents, you can't go by no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause they don't even sound right. $200,000 a month for a baby.
What you talking about? Dr. Dre paying his wife?
Yeah,
he only paying her 3.5 million. That ain't shit.
Now, he got to pay her till she get married. It's somebody that got to pay their wife till they get married.
But, no, that's how when you get
that's how
divorced,
alimony works.
Alimony set up. Yeah,
right.
But
when you married over 10 years, you got to pay her. You got to pay her for the rest of her life.
This dude, shit, I know he ain't paying no 200,000. He don't make that. He ain't making that much fucking money right now.
That's what I'm saying. There ain't no fucking way he got to pay this chick 200,000 a month.
The fact that it might be possible.
Yeah, but nah.
Yeah,
she
but
got to sue him through the state of North Carolina. Nah, she ain't getting that much, bro.
Come on, 200,000, bro, a month. Her salary. That means her salary is a lot larger than his. Cause I know he ain't making 200,000 a month.
Right. Cause it's based on what she make, her income, and his income. So
now, who was it? Who are y'all talking about right then?
He's PJ Washington.
Yeah, PJ Washington. He would talk to that chick, Brittany Renner, that little Instagram chick. Type in on IG, South. I know you got IG.
20,000 a month.
That's fake. She got a fake ass. Yeah.
I don't see them pop up on my YouTube. I get tired of looking at just certain stories. You know what I mean? I don't even.
Yeah, man. I feel you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Your cell phone.
Like I can spend more time reading investment or something. You know?
Hey, Lou, how JD doing?
He get 42. Yeah, nah. His salary is he ain't paying that much child support. Hell no.
Yeah, he ain't paying that much child support. 200-something. That don't even sound right.
What, say 200,000?
Like,
what?
really, if
month.
it was that serious, why don't you
no.
found custody for the kid?
Yeah, he ain't paying. He probably don't want to. He probably ain't got no time. They gonna
he
say
don't really have the time, right? Yeah, because he gonna be
I'm
traveling
saying,
too much.
if it's that serious, why don't you go ahead, go to court, found custody for the kid?
He travels too much, so the court's going to look at it as he don't have a stable home.
He doesn't have a nanny. He had to have his parents or a nanny, somebody sitting there, and they got to be there the whole time.
Right.
He can't. He's not.
And usually under the law too, naturally the kids go to the mother.
Yeah, because I pay that shit.
Right. So you know when you sign a person,
my daughter me every day. I still have to pay that shit.
Yeah. My cousin, he has that 1 week, and his baby mama has the other week. So it's every other week he has them, and he still got to pay child support.
Damn.
Every Monday they swap out.
Knowing the way Brittany Runner is, I don't think she's ever gonna get married.
Well, there's somebody out there, wife.
Well, Lou, every woman not a wife though, Lou.
Yeah. Sometimes it only take one dude to really. She gonna get a no good.
You got a lot of women who want to be wives. They just, I mean, they want to be married. They just don't want to be wives.
You got that too.
Hey, she can't be a thought forever, Lou. She can't be a
Right.
thought forever. So
Right.
yeah, that's like
28.
it's like playing a sport. After a while, that shit get gone. You know.
Right. You know, that should become old news, bro.
You
ever had a trophy, and the first time you got it, that bitch was clean and shiny, and the longer it sat on the shelf, that bitch got dusty. Yeah. That's women.
A lot of these reality shows done tainted the optics of being in a relationship to women, especially the single married that used to be married to celebrities. That's really tainted the whole vision of women, how they see marriage and how they see men.
That's true.
Coming in the early 2000s, going into the 2010, it's done the most harm.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, you fell asleep last night?
Man, I smoked some damn weed last night, man. I don't be smoking like that. That shit put me to sleep, bro.
Damn, that shit must have been hidden. Or you must have been tired.
Nah, that shit make me go to sleep quick. Hey, I listened to that shit. I was laughing. I was trying to get on me. Y'all got off by that time. So I was saying, y'all be bad from every goddamn.
Right. Hey, and then at the end, Sal wanted to try to get his troll game on.
Yeah, you better chill out. You don't want to deal with me.
I'm ready for you too, nigga.
No Solitical. One was that.
Yeah, North Solitical. I had South Analytical, and then I had another one say South Political.
Yeah. Hey, Lou.
What's up?
Have you changed your perspective on LeBron James?
I got respect for LeBron.
But why you call him Jay Reed though?
Because that was some sucker shit he did in that playoff series. Well, they might win. Tell like Mr. Referee.
That was actually some intelligent shit to do.
That's game.
That's some intelligent shit to do. When you see your enemy crippled, you make you even make them even more crippling.
But that's on Golden State for losing that series though, because
that's on Draymond Green for doing the shit he did. He knew the situation. You can't lose your cool.
I gotta bring up the hypocrisy in this. Some of the same people that say Draymond is trash, they always say if he wouldn't have got suspended for one fucking game out of a 7-game series, that they would have won.
That's true too. They do say that shit. They do say that.
One of the best players in the league. He used to be able to lead the team.
They do say that, but it wasn't just Draymond Green. It was the combination of Bo getting Iguodala getting hurt as well.
What'd you say about Steph Curry, Lou?
Well, I always heard Steph Curry is one of the best players in the league. He's one of the most clutch players in NBA history. I always hear it all the time.
I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, I never heard that.
The most clutch. Like, where'd that come from?
The only point guard I heard people talk about like that is Dame Lillard being the most clutch.
Like I be hearing so much stuff on ticket channel when they be arguing in the panel. It's hard to hear sometimes.
They got you in the spin cycle, man. You got to get out of it, bro.
Yeah, you've been hypnotized, bro.
Yeah. Only time I get on ticket shit, I'm trolling. I'm about to troll the whole panel. That's the only time I get on.
You've been hypnotized. Hypnotized, bro.
Hypnotized like Puff Biggie and what's the time? Puff Biggie.
Yeah, you been hypnotized. You've been hypnotized.
Yeah, Ticket was getting cooked the other day. I want to change the subject.
Yeah, he was getting cooked for real.
Yeah, for real.
This is what's so funny, man. I've been watching basketball since I was little, and I've heard coaches and players go to the press and say something about said player doing something in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
they do it within the games. They've been doing that.
No, I'm just saying because they saying he went to the press conference and said something.
Yeah.
It's kind
Complaining
of
about the
bullshit.
ref.
It's kind of
But
bullshit today where you can't say a damn thing about a player if you're a head coach of that
but
organization. Call him
I
out on
don't.
that.
But people swear they watching so much basketball, Darius. But if I can't recall, this nigga was on his last technical. He had kicked two niggas in the nuts in the playoffs,
Mhm.
and he was one more technical away from getting suspended. So they want to say since LeBron said something, that's the reason he got suspended. But none of that shit had nothing to do with it. Him being on his last tech before he be suspended for a game. You remember he kicked Joakim Noah and he kicked
Mhm.
somebody else in the nuts in the playoffs.
Yeah. That-
He was already on
yeah.
his last leg to get suspended, no matter who it was, what kind
Was
of
it?
influence he's gonna have with
So,
anybody.
He kicked
so
somebody
I
from
agree with
OKC. It was somebody
OKC
from
too. Yeah, there
OKC.
was
Yeah,
Steven Adams, but
that's what I'm saying. The nigga was
but look,
already on his last technical from being suspended.
I agree with that point. He was on his last technical, but it wasn't a two. But you do have to give credit to LeBron James too for bringing it up in the press conference as well, because the league they didn't call a take on the court. They called it after they reviewed the game again.
Yeah.
So you do have to say that though, Sal. You just can't leave that part out.
Bro, but still, you talk about somebody that's been a. You know how many texts you gotta get to get suspended the game, and he was doing it in the playoffs. Like, how do
Yeah,
you
I agree
just?
with that point. I agree with that point. But do you believe that if LeBron James didn't go to the press conference or say anything, you believe they would have gave Draymond that tech?
I don't
Uh,
know.
I don't know.
They've been talking about this dude prior to that because I remember him
Yeah.
kicking.
To me, it was a strong possibility they wasn't gonna give him no tech.
We know Draymond has a reputation, just like Rasheed Wallace has something.
Right,
Like
I agree
I
with
don't know
that.
why all objectivity goes out the door when it deals with LeBron, bro. I've heard players go to the conference. I've heard coaches go to the press and talk about calls, talk about certain stuff, and then the game be refereed different the next game. Phil was a genius at it. Am I lying there?
Oh no,
After they
yeah, he
lose
used
the
to do that
game,
shit
that
all the
nigga would
time.
go there and talk about some of the calls. That's why they had to start finding. Why do you think they started finding people for going to the press conference saying stuff?
Yeah. He looked right. He would have. They had that scoring chart when they have the number of fouls, minutes played. They
Right,
break
right.
all this shit down before they go in that damn press conference and get their narrative off.
But at the end of the day, Draymond Green shouldn't have put himself in that situation
Yeah, that's his fault.
for anybody to raise their eyebrows about that
This dude committed so
that little
much.
shit he was doing. Right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he still put himself in a bad situation.
I don't know if they were reviewing
Plus,
calls
you gotta
back,
think about like
reviewing
this,
shit.
guys. If Golden State wins that series, then KD don't come to Golden State.
I don't know. I probably disagree with that. Because I know the reports I read that KD was talking to him since 2015.
For real?
Yeah, go read it. You can find it online.
I thought
KD
LeBron James was going to people only doing shit like that.
man, I told you, man, I don't know why they be saying only LeBron James be doing this shit. But they got a report that KD was talking to Kevin, Steph Curry and them.
Yeah, Kobe was recruiting them LaMarcus Aldridge.
They're Lakers fans, but they don't know this.
Right. Kobe also I would tell them Kobe also was trying to separate Kevin Durant and Westbrook when they was playing together.
They was trying to get Kevin Garnett too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
he was trying to get Kevin. He was trying to get Kevin Garnett, and he was trying to get Dirk.
When they were on U.S. team, Kobe tried to make KD
Westbrook and KD beef.
Yeah.
So why everybody just forget this stuff? Like
I don't know,
LeBron.
bro. But every time I bring it up, they tell me I'm not a real Lakers fan.
No, that would mean you are real because you know what the hell
You
about
want to know why people bring this up?
Right.
Because they really don't do their research on certain things.
I seen.
Now they got a one-track mind when it comes to
I say, man, bro, Kobe tried to get traded 3 times, bro.
His fanboy
like
Kobe went on TV. I remember this, trying to force his way out of LA. On TV, talking about going to the Clippers, and then he had an interview on one of his documentaries about how he was gonna go to Chicago. You remember he said he was almost done. Like y'all, how niggas Kobe fans and don't know.
One of his other trades, he wanted to go to Boston, bro.
I was talking so much shit because I thought Kobe was coming to Chicago around that time.
Yeah, he wanted to go to Boston. One of his trades want to go to Boston too.
I'm gonna tell you what LeBron done that was stupid. He shouldn't have had the speech, but he wasn't going around talking about who he gonna go to and all this. Now he did have that pep rally and all that goofy ass shit, but he wasn't. It
But
wasn't
that
a
was
whole
more.
bunch of stuff
But that
going
was
That
on.
marketing genius. That
but
was marketing
yeah.
genius, though.
But
So
Yep.
he was donating some money to a Boys and Girls Club too.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I
So
know.
that was strategic.
You think
Yeah, but you
LeBron
know,
wants to make himself a villain though?
No.
No,
nobody
I
wants
don't
to
think
make
he want to make it
him
sense.
villain, man.
Nah, he don't have that type of personality to try to be the villain.
I've never been like that 2011 year. I never seen a player been hated as much. Bro, they were born that year. They were born him everywhere he went. Then you remember he had that commercial.
What
What was
Yeah.
that?
commercial?
Should I done this? Should I done that? What if I would have done this?
Yeah, I remember that.
I
Yeah.
think the reason why they mad at him because the way he said not one, not two, not
But that's
three,
a pep.
not four.
But that's a pep rally, Lou.
But
That was a
look,
pep
not just
rally.
that though. But we do have to be honest. Some of the reasons that a lot of people dislike LeBron, it's really not LeBron. It's just the people that his fanboys. Because before LeBron even won his first ring, they were saying that he was better than some all-time great players. So that's why
Yeah.
some of that,
Hey,
disdain come for LeBron
but
James.
that not one,
Why
two,
can't
three,
they
No,
just
four.
make
That's a
the
pep rally.
career over with before
no.
they
People
say something like that?
before he went to Miami, people were hating him because they felt like his game wasn't like Jordan. That's the shit I be banging on. They were like,
I
why
ain't
he
hear
not
that.
doing it? No, they used to bang LeBron talking about why he ain't trying to chuck up the last shot at any cost. You know, why he passed the ball. You know what I'm talking about, Darius? That's
Yeah.
where a lot of people start to hate him. Cause they were like, man, why he passed the ball off for the last shot and this and that.
But when you bring up that he does have he has game winning shots, they
But
ever say, well, what
but
about the
I'm saying
playoffs? Then
before
that
he went to Miami and they started talking about, they developed that hate. People didn't like him. Well, a lot of people didn't like him starting off because they felt like they just didn't like him off the rip, and they felt like Carmelo was gonna be better than him.
yeah,
They
Yeah, at
felt
that
like he
time,
was being
Carmelo was
overhyped.
better though.
Carmelo had more experience than
Um,
him. He had
Yeah,
a
but
year of
no, but
college.
Maybe
from
maybe
the
people
first
got
I
the
don't
first
know.
3 4 years, Carmelo was better than LeBron James.
Nah, bro. This nigga was MVP by his second, third year, I think.
Who won
you
MVP by
think
the second,
Uh,
third year?
you think people start hating
this
LeBron when he got all that hype
LeBron
behind
won.
him? He
Nah,
was
No,
he
like,
was
no.
in the MVP conversation like his third year, bro. I don't
They
think he
start
might
hating.
not won his third year. Then
They
he went to
start
the
hating.
finals his fourth
So
year.
was Carmelo.
They start hating on Luke when they
Um,
said when they gave him that when the people start comparing them to Jordan, they think, oh, that's the next Jordan or whatever.
Thank
That was
you.
the
That's what I'm
stuff.
trying to
they
tell
done it
they,
Sal.
so
did,
Like
many other
they,
that was
people.
before he
they
won a
always do
ring.
it to they do it to every player though.
I
They
know.
every
So
player.
Hurl Minor, Penny, Grant Hill, Garnett, they've
Vince
done it to
Carter.
them, like everybody.
Yeah,
They was comparing him too, but I think with LeBron James, they were saying could he be better?
yeah.
That's what it was.
And they were doing it with Penny too. They were doing it with
Could
Grant
he be?
Hill. Grant
I
Hill,
don't think they were saying
Grant
could he be
Hill, the
better than Jordan.
96
I
All-Star
think they say they
game.
was. No, so I was hearing that they could be the next Jordan. With LeBron James, it was could he be better than Jordan?
Nah, they were doing it with Grant Hill, bro. Grant Hill was more.
I never heard that.
I
I'm gonna tell
remember
you,
You
that's
they
probably
the
said
only
that.
did.
time somebody was
I think
more
I
popular
think they
than
did.
Jordan at the time.
They were pushing him. Yeah, they were pushing him.
Grant
To
Hill
be
in the '96 All-Star game, he led the '96 All-Star game in votes over Jordan, which was wild. That's how popular Grant Hill was in the mid '90s. You could still go look that up on Basketball Reference.
look what did they say he was gonna be better than Jordan?
Yeah, they were saying he was gonna be better than they were projecting him to be better than Jordan, bro.
Now I know I heard shit where they were saying that he could be the next Jordan.
But they sold a lot of people
Yeah.
to be. That's why if you,
Yeah, they sold a lot of people.
bro,
Yeah,
you
hell
ain't
yeah.
you ain't number the year younger than me. I don't know how you don't know this. Do
No,
you
I'm saying I
realize?
didn't hear that report about Grant Hill
But,
though, pushing him to be
Yeah,
better than Jordan.
I
they
think
didn't like the fact
Grant left college.
Jordan didn't like the fact they were calling her a minor baby Jordan.
Oh, the dude from Orlando?
Duncan though.
No,
He played
man.
Miami Heat. That's
Yeah,
because he
Miami.
was
Yeah,
dunking.
yeah,
He
Miami.
was dunking. He
he
wasn't
was
And he
a
nowhere
dropped
near those other guys.
and that game he dropped like 40 on Michael. I think he had a game he dropped like 40 points on Michael.
But they was calling that coming out of college though, baby Jordan.
Yeah, because but he was a little smaller than Jordan. He was like 6'4", huh?
Yeah,
Nah, he's 6'5", I think.
Okay, something like that around that.
but
I
he was
remember,
bald headed. He was a high flyer and all that. So
yeah, he was bald headed and
He
shit.
didn't
But
have no full game.
yeah, he
They
didn't have
thought
a game.
you know how the media do. They said the
he
reason why he ain't panning out.
He came off the bench.
Yeah, he never did.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember that game too. He had like 30-something, 40-something points on Michael Jordan, and the media was killing Michael Jordan for letting a little rookie or somebody come and score all those points on him.
You remember what happened in that time they played each other?
Yeah, I seen that shit, but it wasn't just Jordan locking him down. Y'all niggas be killing me with that Jordan shit about him locking niggas down by himself, bro. That was a great defensive team, man.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Bro, y'all be killing me, bro.
Jordan, like, you know how people come through and they say Jordan scored 50 in this era. Jordan might even score even more points. You feel what I'm saying? But he had to deal with more skilled guards in this era too. It wasn't that many skilled guards in his era as it was now, bro. He had to deal with bigger, more athletic guards. What Jordan gonna do with Durant, man? Can't nobody.
Bruh, me and Herm was going back and forth. Me and Herm was going back and forth about he saying Jordan would average career 50 points in this era.
He averaged 40 something. Yeah,
he had to guard. This is the thing. He had to guard tougher players, though.
I'm like 50. How would he average 50 points a game, bro? Come on, man. Stop that.
And he said he could score 20. Right now. This he said about 5 years ago. 5 or 10
Who said that?
Michael Jordan said I can score 20 a game.
Michael Jordan didn't stop that.
No, he said he can get 5 points a quarter. He said that ain't shit to do. And I believe him on that part.
No, I disagree with him because he was getting 20 points in Washington, so he got better than that. He said at the same level.
Yeah, I remember Darius. Jordan didn't want that zone, didn't want to play against no zone defense. They take away what you play ISO. He would score. He could average 35 or whatever. But this is the thing, bro. That shit don't mean shit against the Warriors.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that.
Playing the team, you gotta look at the team playing. Nigga, the Warriors had 2 of the best 3-point shooters, and when they had Durant, that shit wouldn't matter.
That's what they was talking about. Like
90-point games. Yeah, they were beating teams because there wasn't no offense like that.
They were talking about talking about Steph Curry. You know, you can't guard 94 feet in this era because there's no hand check.
Yeah, not in this era, no.
But see, this is what I tell y'all. Y'all gotta look at this. Most of the game coming in the 90s was still back to the basket. Even when the points brung the ball up and got past half court, they would turn their back to the basket and drop it down to the bigs or drop it down. You got a league now where most of the guards are the primary scorers.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't have to deal with them.
I know that. Yeah, I understand that.
I always said that. Gonna get people in foul trouble.
I mean, Michael Jordan was really
the only guard that was scoring over 25 points was Jordan.
Yeah, he was the only. I've been saying that. I've been saying he was the only. Those guys weren't shooting the ball like that at volume.
Yeah.
Until Jordan.
So all that hand check and go out that door is gonna turn into foul. How you gonna hand check Durant, bro? He gonna swing through. You gonna foul him. You gonna have to foul him. How you gonna hand check LeBron? He the size of fucking Karl Malone, and he faster than everybody else and strong.
Right.
How you gonna hand check him, man? He gonna run through you, man.
It killed me when people say he couldn't play back then. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, LeBron can play in any era, bro.
Yeah.
All your all-time greats can play in any era, man.
So think about it. You gonna hand check him, but then they ain't gonna call all these. They ain't gonna call all these charges on LeBron. He gonna run straight through your ass a couple of times, like Karl Malone used to do. And it ain't gonna be no tick. It's a tick now. So great players adapt to their era, man. That's why they great.
Right.
Come on. Especially you talking about all-time great players. Like, come on. We say all-time great players. What the fuck does that mean? That means you great no matter what area you playing.
Right.
But that's why I don't buy into a lot of narratives about that dude, man. I don't buy it when people start talking.
Who, MJ?
No, LeBron.
Oh yeah, I don't buy into all of it. I don't buy into none of these players.
It's certain players that can fit in any era. Only the way the game is played now, a lot of centers from the 70s and 80s and early 90s will have trouble. They would have to adapt to where the game is played.
I tell people this: Jordan gonna put up numbers in any era, but playing in this era,
what y'all think about
players in his position.
Kareem? what type of number you think he put up in his hair?
He'd have to dap.
He'll put up about 25 to 30.
I think Kareem put up the same numbers in Indiana.
Yeah, 25
He
to
just had to
30.
dap a little bit. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Because he
I
still
mean,
be
he had
down.
to adapt to the Showtime Lakers where they started running a little bit more.
Yeah, he'd be
Even as
down.
he got older.
But you got to realize you got to go back to his early years when he was a dominant big man before the sky hook. That's just something he developed and couldn't nobody stop.
Yeah,
He was
back in
dominant.
college.
He didn't even have, he didn't. Not only did he have the sky hook, man, I watched some of his games. This dude had a jump shot too, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was more dominant. That was the tail in his career when he went to
The
that sky
reason
hook.
the reason why he developed that sky hook because he could not duck in college. It was against the rules, so he had to develop a different type of game. But when
Yeah, but
got
he didn't put that in effect really. It perfected to like the 80s though. He really perfected it then. It was unstoppable.
That shit's still crazy to me, dog. That shit's still crazy.
I ain't never seen this shit
Like
get
what
blocked.
these dudes, what if these dudes now what their numbers would have been if they could have dunked, bro?
Yeah.
that shit crazy, bro.
But see, Tyree, them the arguments I be bringing up when people just make Jordan emphatically the GOAT, and you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying Jordan will always be in the GOAT. He's still the most popular, but you got to take into account how dominant some of these players were with some of the stuff that was taken away from them when they were making the league more conducive to Jordan as he reached his prime.
Right. Yeah,
You feel
I agree with you. I agree with you saying so because I used to always say that too, bro. I don't like doing that little GOAT thing because
how you average 50 points a game, like what?
Right.
When they told you couldn't do certain stuff, you still went out there and fucking 50.
And the court was collapsed on them.
Yeah, there wasn't no nobody stretching you out.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying too, but you know, people like to have this little.
But if people hadn't seen those games and understand how the game was played back then, the numbers would go down for players in this. Like some players in this, like Steph Curry.
Right.
He wouldn't be that damn deadly of a shooter. He'd be a specialist because that's what they had.
Yeah, no 3-point line.
It wasn't
But
relevant.
that's why I don't like to bring up numbers. I don't like to bring up stats in different eras either, though. I don't like doing that either.
Because you got to get the style of play.
Right.
It was a like South said, it was a back to the basket game, and
you
get the ball down low.
Right.
Guards wasn't scoring.
I think Curry would have been like his daddy back in the
Yeah, he'd have been a 6-man.
I see the thing about it. Steph, with his shooting abilities, he's gonna change the game, man. The only effect the only type of game I don't see Steph having the same effect is playing before the 3-point line. If it's a 3-point line out there with a nigga shooting like that, you're gonna have to make some adjustments.
But the coaches back then, they wasn't allowing players to shoot that ball like that.
Yeah.
But nobody shot that high percentage at the level of difficulty shots he takes. This dude shoots a high percentage.
Yeah, but
that's crazy.
But they were, everything was feeding down low to the big man or whatever, and they wasn't. He still would have been getting his now. He would have been.
The person I compare him to is Pistol. You know what I'm saying? Pistol was taking those shots. It just went no three. But imagine if it was a 3-point line when he was shooting that shit, bro. He might be in the top 15 greatest players or something.
Well, they said
it wasn't no 3-point line. This nigga averaged 44 points in college. This nigga averaged 44 points in college with no 3-point line.
They said about Jerry West too. He probably been scoring like that.
Rick Barrett.
Yeah.
Rick Barrett too. Them dudes might be higher up on people's lists if they had a 3-point line.
But see, like, the 3-point shot
Larry Bird.
Yeah. The 3-point shot wasn't a big thing, though. It wasn't a big thing for them to shoot the 3 like that, unless.
Yeah, it wasn't prevalent.
But Pistol was taking shots like that, even though they weren't threes, though. So imagine
I understand that.
Though, this nigga might average 50 in college. And got them. And average 30 in the pro.
They might have won the championship if he had that opportunity.
Who?
Pistol. They probably would have won the championship if it was if that was in college, 3-point line in college.
He was around the time when UCLA was around, right?
Yeah,
They was making their run. I don't know.
but if you give LSU the 3-point line with pistol, knocking those things down,
That's a whole
UCLA
different
will.
game.
They're going to have more than the pistol, though. I mean, UCLA was like running it.
I ain't never heard nobody in 44 in a college.
If to be honest with you, he wanted to go to UCLA. His father made him go to LSU.
His daddy was coaching down there. That's why he went to LSU. Because his daddy's coaching North Carolina at Gardner-Webb University.
Daddy like his, you going to LSU? I don't want to hear no talk back.
Yeah. UCLA was paying players because Kareem's supposed to went to University of South Carolina.
Yeah, Pistol Pete. They do big time down here, bro.
Yeah, his dad, Prince Maravich, was the coach. He was a coach.
Yeah, the time he died, he was talking about making an NBA comeback.
Yeah, he was, because I remember he was like trying to work out and get his body back in shape, and then he like collapsed at practice or some shit like that.
Yeah, had a heart attack or something. Yeah. Yeah, he was a coach at LSU.
I didn't know he was that young.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I compare to goddamn Steph.
But see, Steph, his daddy helped him. You see Steph take unconventional shots, though?
I don't know. I like to compare Steph to Chris Jackson.
Did you ever see Steph take unconventional shots? Like from his hip? That's how he started shooting the basketball.
Yeah, he from his hip. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he can shoot from any angle, and that's the crazy part about it. He releases it from any angle.
Yeah,
when Steph was in high school, he make all type of shots. His daddy tried so bad to get him to the D1 school, but nobody didn't think he was too small. He wasn't gonna make it because he wasn't that tall. He was in NBA right now. He wasn't 6'3". I think he was like what 5'10", 5'11".
About 6 feet. He didn't get the power school offers. He just got the mid majors.
And that's interesting, being the fact that his daddy a former NBA player. You would think he would get deals just off that merit, you know.
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah, they didn't even try to. Yeah, Virginia Tech didn't offer him a scholarship.
Hold on, his dad had coach at Virginia Tech.
No, his daddy played at Virginia Tech.
Oh, okay.
But I had to disagree, man. Steph Curry can play in any area with that 3-point line, man. He takes the top off your defense like Randy Moss, man. You gotta get on.
He's not saying he couldn't play in any era, but he's not saying Steph Curry won't be Steph Curry.
He wouldn't be able to play without the 3-point line. He dropped dramatically, bro.
Right.
But I gotta think about the only reason why his brother went to Duke, because off his brother's name though.
No,
his brother was a 5-star recruit.
His brother went to Rafford. No, he wasn't. His brother went to Rafford University for a year.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I remember that. Yeah.
Then he transferred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that shit. Yeah, Rafford.
Yeah. Man, he could have went to UNC Charlotte. I don't know why.
You know who I was thinking? I was thinking of Austin Rivers.
Yeah, Austin Rivers. Yeah, he was a 5-star recruit.
Yeah.
But I don't know why UNC Charlotte didn't recruit them dudes. I mean, they was right there.
It might have felt like they didn't have a chance.
I mean, shit, it was Davidson. Steph was about Davidson, Winthrop.
Charlotte had a chance to draft those guys. They passed up on both of them.
I mean,
yeah, but that's kind of hard to tell, though.
Yeah, you don't know. That's a damn
right. That's a gamble.
Yeah,
that's a big lottery. There.
I don't think. Well, Steph Curry, shit, he was the 2nd round draft pick. You got to think. All those, there's a bunch of squads pass on players. So I mean, you can't.
Don't get me started on Minnesota. So many players they passed up.
You a Minnesota fan?
No,
well, Luke told me that one time, man.
They passed on him twice. That's once you be kicking themselves in the ass.
Oh, who they passed on?
Steph Curry twice.
Who did?
Minnesota. They took Johnny Flynn.
Damn.
Johnny Flynn didn't play.
Johnny Flynn.
He played 2 years. He played 2 years, I believe.
But But this dude is in the. I don't. He is in another world when it comes to shooting. But y'all don't realize how many. This dude. If you look at even all the greatest 3-point shooters, none of them career 40%. They like right at 39, 38. This dude is 43% career, and he shoots a way more 3-pointers than anybody off the dribble.
But you got to think about it. Those guys who are at that percentage didn't probably take a whole lot of 3-point shots.
And they probably didn't practice it as much either.
No, but this is the thing, bro. He shot more, and his percentage is still higher.
Right.
Y'all don't get that? Y'all gotta get that. Come on now.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah,
Charlotte didn't pass up. Charlotte didn't get a chance. They didn't pass up on it.
Nigga, that's what they should call him the greatest shooter, South.
I'm just saying this nigga is the greatest shooter by miles, bro. Like this nigga shoots a lot of low percentage shots, and he shoots them at a high percentage, bro. Fading away. You know, some of these threes he takes, this nigga not even square looking at the goal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shit, I'm looking at this shit like, how in the fuck? Like how? How, Sway?
That nigga got that touch, bro.
Hey, bro, his daddy can shoot like that. For that shit, they showed his daddy on the inside stuff one time shooting.
Curry can shoot.
And his daddy was telling him when the shit was good or not when it left as soon as it left his hand.
Derek Curry shoot, but this dude shooting off dribble, hand in his face, hand in his mouth.
His dad didn't have all the his dad didn't have the handles, and he couldn't escape and create his own shot like Steph could.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The game was different back then. It wasn't really a face-up game like it is in today's game. So we can't penalize them for that.
Hey, ain't Steph Curry been kind of like shooting in NBA arenas for since he been a kid though?
Yeah, he been there since he been around. He been around all them dudes. Yeah.
Where they from in you said Charlotte. They from Charlotte?
He live in Charlotte. Yeah, he live in Charlotte.
Like I think he grew up in Charlotte and grew up in Toronto.
He grew up in Charlotte. He lived in Toronto for 2 or 3 years, but he grew up in Charlotte. He was living in Charlotte majority of his life.
Yeah, before he met his wife.
No, she went to high school with him.
She didn't want that nigga, man.
She went to high school with him in Charlotte. Ironically, they didn't know each other when he was his daddy played in Toronto.
This nigga shot 13 threes a game last year, bro.
Damn.
He shot 42%, bro. That is crazy, bro. That is some video game shit, man. I don't know if niggas really alive how fucking crazy that is.
Hey, so his dad is a 40% 3-point shooter.
But shooting 13 threes, bro, and you still shooting that high percentage, bro.
But see, you gotta think about something. You gotta
think about something. If he's shooting that percentage right now in his career, what his son gonna be shooting like when he get older?
His son may not have it, though.
Bro, we can't do that.
His son may not have it, bro.
Come on, man.
That's like saying LeBron James' son. What his son gonna do after LeBron James? Like we can't.
Lou, who you think a better shooter than Steph? We're gonna just look at his number. This dude done broke the 3-point record twice. He broke his. He's breaking his own records now.
Hey, go look at Ray Allen's. Look what was his.
He right at 40. He right around 40. 40.
He's 39. He just a smidgen under. But hold on 1 second.
If Derek Curry's at 40, that's his.
This nigga, he got.
Well, at the time, I thought Larry Bird may be one of the best shooters.
Think about this. This nigga got 3 seasons where he averaged over 5 threes a game. He got 2 seasons, and then he got 6 seasons. He averaged over 4 threes a game. That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, that is crazy.
All right, but check this out. His daddy, his highest number of attempts was 5.2.
And this nigga, and he got 3 seasons. He done made 5 a game, not a attempt, 5 a game.
What about Klay Thompson?
Hold on. Ray Allen. Okay, Ray Allen's is right at 400 on the dot. It's 400. Yeah. It's 40% on the dot.
So Dale is higher than Ray Allen.
Ray Allen.
What's Klay Thompson?
Ray Allen highest made per game is 3.4 a game. That's his high.
But see, what I'm saying? Them numbers in the 90s, they weren't shooting that shit like now. They got free will to shoot that shit.
But see that.
But that's the way. But I always said it about teams. If you see the NCAA tournament, I said this when I was in high school. A team that was like a 16 seed. I'm jacking up threes, bro.
But
you ain't got nothing to lose.
You ain't got nothing to lose. Yeah, yeah. Because if we get them, if we bust them, we winning.
But this the thing about it. That's why people talking about he transcending. He the one got motherfuckers thinking they could shoot all these threes.
Yeah, like Dame Lillard. I wish he would stop that shit.
Hey, but do you get some of that credit to Steve Kerr?
Nah, bro. Steve Kerr is a 3-point shooter, but this boo.
No, I'm talking about the
offense.
I'm talking about the style of play.
You gotta say that Golden State offense made every team in the league trying to copy that.
Because Mark Jackson, they weren't shooting that shit.
No, they were more of a defensive team under Mark Jackson.
Yeah,
bro. You gotta remember this winning shooting threes like that. It really starts with the Warriors.
Yeah, Steve Kerr
winning chips with 3-point shoot. Oh, you talking about him as a coach?
Yeah, the philosophy. He changed the philosophy. Yeah. But they want to give Mark Jackson that. Say Mark Jackson don't get the credit, but
it's really Mike D'Antoni then. Really Mike D'Antoni then.
No, it's not.
With the Phoenix Suns, remember they shooting up all them threes in the 90s? I mean in the 2000s.
Steve Kerr he done something Mark Jackson didn't do. He started to take Steph Curry off the ball and make him a scoring shooter. That's why you remember we having an argument about them titles like mid-range pitch. I said Steph Curry is just not a shooter; he's a scoring shooter. So they started to take him off the ball and just running point all the time and running off picks and giving you 30, shooting all them goddamn threes.
I'm gonna credit Mike D'Antoni.
They just played at a fast pace, Tyree.
Right, and remember that them Phoenix Suns was one of the highest 3-point shooting teams in the league in the 2000s.
But D'Antoni wouldn't have made Draymond a punt forward and started making Steph Curry come off picks and playing off the ball more.
I'm not saying that. I was talking about
hold up. Are y'all sure that didn't start with Dallas though? When Nash was there with Dirk?
No, they didn't have enough firepower.
I'm telling you, man, it started with Phoenix, bro. When Phoenix was using that 3-second whatever that offense was called, and they had the highest 3-point percentage in NBA history.
I'm finna fuck y'all up with this. It might have kind of started with Stan. You remember that Lando team that went to the finals? They were shooting the hell out of the 3-ball.
But Phoenix was before that.
Nah, they broke the record for 3-point shooting. They had a lot. They had Jameer.
They had Turkoglu, Hito Turkoglu.
Yeah, Hito Turkoglu.
They ended up going to the
finals.
They had Dwight Howard rebounding and
JJ
then the
Redick, Beatrice, all them types of people.
They were shooting a lot of fucking threes. So they might have had an influence on.
What was that light-skinned nigga name?
They had Turkoglu, Petrus, Jameer Nelson. You talking about Jameer Nelson?
No, it was another light-skinned guy.
And they had Skip to Malou right for offside.
Yeah, Skip to Malou. They had another dude. He was skinny, light-skinned dude. He used to wear headbands all the time. Fuck.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I know you talking about.
Hey, y'all.
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. What did Blake Griffin say about the Lakers?
Oh, I don't know.
We didn't know he said something. What did he say?
He a free agent though.
I don't think they got
the Nets.
No, he re-signed with the Nets, didn't he?
But I'm saying, what he said something about the Lakers.
I'm looking on the different screen. They say he went in on the Lakers.
For what?
I guess about the whole super team thing.
What the hell he playing with?
Why does he feel the need to talk about what the Lakers got going on?
Hey, so Short Lewis and Courtney Lee.
Yeah, that's a nigga that's Courtney
Lee. Maybe they trying to build, like you know how they always say something about this other team so we can build some drama this season.
They got enough shit they got to deal with the Knicks.
Yeah,
they be trying to worry about somebody else.
If they don't win this year, it's a failure for them.
They gotta see who they gonna resign, if they're gonna bring all their 3-star players back, if they're gonna want to come back.
Yeah, they're talking about they trying to sign Kyrie and James Harden to a contract extension before the season starts.
Oh
Kyrie
yeah, I
already
saw that.
signed.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Ain't Kyrie already signed?
they trying to extend him.
Oh, they all on play options. They on their last play option this year,
So
Kyrie.
they need to
Already?
extend him.
What
If
year is
not,
this? Damn, what year is this?
now they see they can opt out and become a free agent.
Damn, this they third year already, bro.
This
They spread out the
Kyrie's
first year.
That shit crazy. I ain't know that shit went by this fast.
this Kyrie's third year,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't know that shit
and
was
Hard they
fast.
traded for Harden off his deal. He didn't extend when he
I
signed
don't
the deal.
know how much they can pay Harden.
No, they go trade. They go trade.
They got the bird rights. They can pay whatever.
Yeah,
They probably go move away from Kyrie.
but then that's gonna start problems though. Cause you remember why did they end up in Brooklyn? Why did Durant end up in Brooklyn?
Yep, because of Kyrie.
Now y'all getting it.
And they still
That's why I agree
Nigga
with
got a
Darius when he said
lot
this.
of shit going on.
That's why
why
I agree
is
with Darius. If
DeAndre
they don't win
Jordan
this
still?
year, it's a failure.
I'm surprised they didn't try to trade away DeAndre Jordan.
But this is what I was trying to explain to Lou, because he might forgot because he got side eye with me when I said I don't think they're gonna win. I said, bro, they got a lot of issues, and then they dealing with the New York media. You telling me y'all gonna play all year and not gonna sign an extension or whatever, and you think the media not gonna talk about it the whole fucking year?
Right.
What y'all gonna do? And then they don't help. They had the little situation come up at the end of the playoffs about the little dude talking about they skipped out on the bubble. Like they just got a lot of little petty shit distractions going on.
Right.
And then you got Kyrie. He always in interviews talking about how it's so much shit important in basketball. Like, what are you really trying to say? And
Right.
the microcosm, everything we know is things more important than basketball. But nigga, you are playing for an organization right now that's paying you money to play for them, and all you can talk about is things are more important than basketball.
Bro, look, I understand Kyrie got he a human. Bro, being that paid, man, I don't know if I'm crying like that all the time in the media, bro.
Always trying to act like he victimized and shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
He a
dude,
mama's
you
boy.
were nigga,
He a
you make
mama's
$20
boy.
million a year. How you a victim, bro?
He a mama's boy, man.
We might be pushing Lou buttons because I know Lou been saying the opposite of what we're saying.
Hey,
Let us know if we
but
saying something
Darius,
wrong.
you think he's a mama's boy because he was that part of his life is empty?
Yeah, because his daddy left him and shit. Yeah.
No. His mama had passed away. His daddy said
Who?
Kyrie.
Oh, that's KD. No.
Nah.
He's not a mama's boy. He just a damn spoiled. He been spoiled, caught through the
Yeah,
AAU
you
circuit.
could tell he entitled with that.
Yeah,
He
he
got
been
that
caught through the
victimization,
AAU
entitlement
circuit and
shit,
shit.
bro.
Yeah. He been caught through the AAU circuit.
Because, like, you right, Sal. This nigga played the victim mentality.
When he was in Boston, it was LeBron's fault when he left Cleveland. He wanted to be the man. When you was the man, they wasn't doing shit. People say,
Yeah,
"Oh, he made an All-Star team." I'm like,
Why he was in Boston? Because he felt like this shit ain't easy. I was like, what did you think it was?
he alienated a lot of his teammates in Boston. They don't talk about that.
Let's see. I got a feeling this gonna happen. This Brooklyn situation gonna kind of muddy some friendships.
I believe that too, Sal.
See, I was telling people that before the playoffs started.
If they don't win, it's going to really be bad off season if they don't win this year.
That's
now,
why
what's gonna happen is the media gonna keep picking at them till somebody say something to offend the other person. You see what I'm saying?
I didn't even pick them last year to win.
Because between Durant and Kyrie, they sensitive and they like to play the victim role. You know what I'm saying? And what's gonna happen is the media gonna force one of them to say something that the other one don't like. That's what I got a feeling gonna happen.
And you know, KD, he a crybaby.
Yeah.
He bitch about everything.
Yeah.
You can even tell sometimes he the aggressor.
Yeah.
I don't know how this stuff come out with this dude. Why are you talking about some dudes? Even if you and Kyrie did skip out on the bubble, why would you let some random dude know? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You talking about the guy that wrote the tell-all book or whatever?
Yeah, some dude that came out. This is true. You know what I'm saying? Some little white guy that was hanging around them because they was smoking some. They got video of him smoking something, whether it was hookah or whatever. And he hanging out with him.
Yeah, that guy was a writer. He's like a beat writer or something for the Warriors or whatever. And he wrote the book, and he followed them around for like how they follow you around for a year or whatever. Get information, detailed information to write
Hey
the book.
guys, I'm about ready to end the show, man. My phone's at like 35%, man. I need to charge this motherfucker up. But
Man,
I
we
want to
just
thank
started talking about KD, man.
All right.
You gonna kick us out already? We just started with KD, bro. You ain't kick us out.
my
We was talking
phone's at
about
35%, man. I need to charge this motherfucker up.
bro,
That mean you got 4 more hours.
35% can last you about 4 hours, man.
Man, like, plus I'm about to go down to the basement where I got clean right there. And I ain't gonna have no internet, no reception.
Man, that ain't right, Lou. When we talk about KD, man, you kick us off the panel, man. That ain't right, man.
We've been talking about KD since the beginning of the show.
Yeah. No, we getting deep. We getting in deep on it now, though.
Well, I do a show tomorrow where we keep on getting real deep on KD.
All right.
I'm gonna try to go ahead and get my work done so I won't be here like half the night because I still got to get up by 7 in the morning to go to my other job.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Well, appreciate it, Lou. Thank you,
right,
Lou.
But thanks for coming by, man. And Kyrie Love, please do not use my face as.
Man, this is my face. You stole my face, man. What you talking about?
You're a celebrity. That's all that means. You done made it in the YouTube street. People want to be you now.
But I want to thank everybody for coming by. Sal, Kyrie, Darius, Big Worm, Phil, Polo, Jacob, and
it's young.
I want to thank everybody.
So, that was S Young pitch. That was S Young in that basketball.
Was it Shannon?
No, SY.
Oh, I couldn't tell. You know how you can't see the names on the hood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Lou. All right, y'all.
All right.
But thank everybody for coming by. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button so you get the notification when I go live. Other than that, peace out and y'all stay safe.